Team Canada earlier today talking about the task at hand this afternoon.
Well, I spoke a little bit about this yesterday, is just how disciplined. I just did an interview. The one, they were like, give me a word, they can frustrate you. And that is what you have to fight through, is your frustration, because how disciplined they play. They've always got the middle clogged. And so you have to stay patient in games like this, because, the game's always close. And then all of a sudden, you're down to 5 minutes. It's either tied or something, and now it's a coin flip. Who's going to win the game? And they're really, really good at that. And then they've just got some players with some offensive pop, and so you got to keep them off the power play. And like I said, they can be a really frustrating team to play against, and we have to be disciplined.
No surprise, John Cooper's done his homework. I was at Maple Leaf Gardens in 91. Gretzky and the young 2-2 tie. Mentioned the game at the Olympics. Bronze medal game. Finland wins. World Cup with Lemieux, Sakic. 3-2 game. The over-under has to be under 5, and John Cooper knows it.
No question. If Finland has any opportunity, it's going to be a close, low-scoring game. And if Canada can find a way to score some goals and blow it out a little bit of a wider margin. That goes back to, just quickly back to the lineups, right, Cools? Is this preordained? Were they going to have this lineup based off of Finland going into the tournament? Were they going to have the matchup? Okay, well, this is the lineup Finland, this is the lineup USA, this is the lineup Sweden, or are they doing it off of performance as well? That's something that I was thinking about earlier this morning. Are these teams in the lineups, are we overthinking, or did they already have these preordained that, hey, this guy plays great against Barkov, this guy plays great against Aho, we're going to line them up in this kind of manner, and that's what will be interesting to see if they stick with this lineup throughout this morning's game, this afternoon now.
Yeah, and it's about matchups. We've talked about it, and it's all game 7. That's how important this tournament. It's not like the first time we went to Nagano. You could go 0-3, and we're guaranteed for the elite teams to play a 4th game. Not in this tournament. We talk about the regulation winner goes right to the final. If one of these teams wins in 60-plus minutes, then they're going to need help from the night game USA against Sweden. Eric Hall, a Finn center, Devils centerman, has played very well in this tournament. Here he is earlier today, looking forward and looking back.
It's a great challenge for us, and we're going to try to meet it head on and play our best game of the tournament. That's all our focus is. We're not going to think about anything too much. We just, take it as it comes.
How much do you guys rely on yourself structure to take on this high-octane talent game?
Yeah, I think that's always been our identity, is our team game and frustrating the other team, and we have to be even better at it than we have been. I think there's another level we can get to, and that's the focus.
What was the process of regrouping? You lose 6-1 in the first game. Yeah,
short tournament. You got to take the positives and learn from your mistakes. And obviously, we didn't play a 60-minute game, and against a team like that, it's going to hurt you. And the score was ugly, but we didn't really feel like it was the case necessarily. We played great hockey for 2 periods, and it was it could have gone either way after 2. Then tough bounces, and obviously we didn't play our best. So something we can learn from. We have to be extra good for 60 and give ourselves a chance to win.
There might only be 6% to finish NHLers, which is 50 going into the tournament. But when you've got people like Barkov and Rantanen and Laine, him going on the 3rd line last game, turned it around, 2 huge assists. I mean, it doesn't take much. And if we're going to play a 1-0, 2-1, or 3-2 game, one mistake, look at Sidney Crosby. He owned it in the last game. One mistake, there's your game-winning goal.
No question. And that's the beauty. That's why this is so much fun. This is so much fun because it can be, or how about just a quiet 20 minutes from Team Canada coming off of the long day yesterday, having the late game Saturday night. Finland was here in bed in Boston watching that late game as they played. Who comes out on top? If Finland gets that early goal, think think about how tight everybody's holding the stick, how tight this game changes. So without question, you are not overlooking this team, Finland, with the pedigree they have in their lineup.
Teuvo Teravainen out. Yoel Armia, the Montreal Canadiens, is back in. We mentioned Cale Makar, if you're just joining us, in for Team Canada. Travis Konechny back in. He's on the fourth line. And coming out is Seth Jarvis and obviously Thomas Harley. Okay, it's the first time. Great to see you, by the way. We've had a chance to talk about the tournament. You texted me during the fights. I was a little bit busy. So do you want to start there and what you've seen so far from the U.S., Canada, and the unbelievable atmosphere in Montreal?
Yeah, just the overview first is how excited the players are to be playing best on best and how excited they are to compete and show their mettle against everybody else's best. And I think the competitiveness has just jumped off the page watching on TV from you guys up in Montreal. It's been absolutely incredible and so exciting, not only for the NHL, not only for the Players Association, but for the game in general. It's just so great for the game of hockey. And at this point now, Team USA is in the driver's seat because they don't have to stress today. I think that's going to be very important. It won't matter on Thursday, but to be able to go in today stress-free is certainly a benefit to this point.
Now, Matthew Tkachuk, what did you see when he had the one late shift? And when you talk about groin or hip and other things, he's not playing tonight. Do you think we'll see him on Thursday?
Well, if it is a groin, if it is a hip, you're not going to know how this actually reacts by Thursday. You know and understand that he's going to do everything in his power over the next 3 days to be able to get into that lineup. I think also you look ahead, he won the Stanley Cup in Game 7 with Florida. Does that give him a little bit of leeway? The Florida Panthers are handily in a playoff spot. Is that okay to push the limit for the finals on Thursday if he has to miss a couple of weeks of the regular season as well? So it lends itself at this point for him playing Thursday night, but you never know how a leg reacts.
That's the second of our second doubleheaders. Saturday was unbelievable in Montreal. We expect the same here in Boston. Back to this afternoon's game. Gut feeling and X factors as we're about to hear the anthems.
Ooh, well, my gut feeling is Team Canada is going to take the adversity from Saturday night's loss and come out with important vengeance and really feel the pressure that these guys aren't normal people in pressure. These guys win championships with pressure. They love the pressure, and I think they're going to be fueled by the pressure. I think they come out hot, and I think they find a way to poke a few home early and cruise to a victory.
I think we're going to extra time, and I think tonight's game will matter.
I love it.
I just have a feeling that some tournaments, well, 91, that tie against the Finns, Bill Ranford never lost a game. Canada beat the U.S. 3 times, round robin, and then cruised in the final. The Steve Larmer show. This tournament feels more like other best-on-best tournaments where it's been very difficult, Razor.
A little chaos, right? They get a little bit of chaos. So, well, I like the idea of the afternoon game going to overtime makes sense. We see it all the time in the National Hockey League and the matinees. How quickly these guys can get their feet going, how quickly they can get themselves into the game at a 1 o'clock start, coming off again a late one Saturday night.
He's Andrew Raycroft, former NHLer, 2004 Calder Trophy winner. It's great to have him in the booth. Stewie is listening. He passes the baton on to you in your hometown. I can't wait. You can't wait. And our listeners can't wait either. The next voice you hear is that of PA announcer Al Murdoch. Enjoy the game, everybody.
The nation, Anthems, and the players that represent each country. Please welcome Shanna Jackman for the singing of the Canadian National Anthem.
Oh, Canada, our with glowing hearts we see the rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Please remain standing and welcome ECR Music Group recording artist Janita for the singing of the Finnish national anthem.
Oi maamme Suomi synnyin maa, soi sana kultainen, ei laksoa, ei kukkula, ei vettä rantaa rakkaampaa kuin kotimaa tää pohjoinen. Maa kallis siisien, ei laksoa, ei kukkula, ei vettä rantaa rakkaampaa kuin kotimaa tää pohjoinen. Maa kallis siisien.
All right. It's pretty simple. Win in regulation and you're in. If not, you're going to need some help tonight. Team Canada against Finland, live from the TD Garden here in Boston. I'm Steve Coulis along with Andrew Raycroft. Razor, the tournament comes to your hometown, my friend. I can see the excitement on your face and hear it in your voice.
I was so excited waking up today. And of course, knowing what was transpiring in Montreal all week and knowing that I was going to be a part of this on Monday morning was very exciting. And then driving in today, seeing everybody from the Sirius XM crew and now having puck drop, it's really exciting.
Jordan Binnington, as you alluded to in our pregame show, to the area to our right. Canada wearing red, Finland white. Canada right to left on your radio dial. Kevin Lankinen, who beat the Swedes, is in the area to our left. It'll be Rope Hintz against Sam Bennett. The fourth line with Brad Marchand starting for Team Canada.
Fitting. And John Cooper has a pretty good pulse on his team, whether it's the Tampa Bay Lightning, whether it's Team Canada. You roll out number 63, I can promise you you're going to get some energy on this first shift from the Team Canada's fourth line.
Jean Hebert and Chris Rooney are your referees. Scott Cherry and Kyle Murchison are on the lines. So here we go. Win in regulation and you're in. Puck is dropped and we're underway. Coast to coast in Canada and the United States on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio Channel 91. Puck is chipped down the ice and into the Team Canada zone. And we played just a few seconds and already just like that, icing is a call. I think we're going to see and hear a few of those today.
I agree, especially here in this first period. If you're in the defensive zone, whether you're Team Canada, whether you're Team Finland, you're making a hard play through this first 20 minutes. Nothing soft up the middle, no chances unless you're 100% through the middle of the ice. You're rimming pucks, you're going up the wall as hard as you can.
Face-off is won by the Finns, but controlled by Marchand temporarily. His feed back to the point, goes down the ice. Shot by Mikael Granlund, the hero, looking for Aho. Granlund in overtime. One in for the Finns as the puck comes to Hintz with a quick shot, and there's an early save by Binnington 30 seconds in.
Good one at that. Nice glove save.
D to D to Mikkola with a shot. Looking short side shelf on Binnington as the Finns here with two early opportunities as Parayko has the puck, part of the 2019 Blues championship team. He gets it to Bennett. Fourth line center in over the line with Konechny. Konechny chips it in and heads to the bench. On the near side, here comes Arturi Lehkonen, former Hab Cup champion with the Colorado Avalanche, chipping and chasing. Binnington behind the net. Had a little trouble with that one, but does get it to Taves as we see Cale Makar in the hockey game, and he has the puck right now. What do you expect from number 8 this afternoon?
Well, if he's ready to go, he's 100%. He's going to be jumping in the rush. He's going to be moving his feet. He's going to be doing everything you expect him to. I'm curious how long and how often he can do it.
Here's Hagel back to the point to Taves. Rink wide to Makar. Up top for Marner. Three-man high play as Mitch Marner scored a goal in the tournament, but other than that has been pretty quiet. Point comes onto the ice now as that shot from Makar. I think it hits Sorelli in front. Kevin Lankinen maybe got a pad on it as the Finns just chip it out to center. We played just under 2 minutes here. Team Canada against Finland. Here's Travis Sanheim of the Flyers chipping it in. The 28-year-old from Manitoba. Henry Jokiharju gets it down the ice, and another icing call against the Finns.
Well, what we just saw from Cale Makar, you assume he could do that on 10%. That wrister is so lethal and so surprising to goaltenders. Lehkonen was very lucky that he got a piece of that through traffic in front, and just a really nice job in what Makar can do so well. He doesn't have to be 100% to get that wrister off.
Face off to the right of Kevin Lankinen. What a year he's had with Vancouver. 905 save percentage, which is above the league average at 902. Here's Laine in over the line. Falls. He may have been tripped. Here's Point the other way. Braden Point. What a move. Backhand. And Lankinen makes the save. Was Laine tripped or did he step on a stick?
Ooh, that looked like, wow. It could be both, right? It could be both.
McDavid, near corner, spinning away. Huge goal against the U.S. the other night in a losing effort. In after it is Mark Stone. He can't get it. It comes to Capo Caco, gets it out. Inserted in the lineup. I thought he had a great game against the Swedes. Here's Capo Caco now in the errant pass. Former Ranger leaves it for Mikko Rantanen. Back to the point to Lindell with a shot. And Binnington started to look behind him, Razor. I never saw you do that in the NHL, but he makes a save as the Finns have had at least 2 good chances.
No, that was another good chance there. We're just seeing the replay of Laine getting a stick in his skates. There was definitely a stick there. But to Binnington's point, really good job fighting through traffic there. Interesting that the last line to come over the boards for Team Canada in this game is Sidney Crosby's line.
Face off to the left of Binnington. Officially, the shots are 1-1. Sorelli on the draw. Can't win it as Lehkonen lets it go. Over top of the net. Pinching in is Niko Mikkola. One of the 4 Florida Panthers. Won a cup last year. Puck comes to Sidney Crosby near side. He just throws it out to center ice to a streaking Nate McKinnon, but it was too far. D to D, Mikkola to Esa Lindell. This is the top pair. They play all the time. Lindell was awesome for the Stars back in 2020 when they lost to John Cooper and the Lightning in the Cup final. Bringing it in is Nate McKinnon, bumped off the puck by Niko Mikkola. That's the size we're talking about.
Exactly. That's his play. That's his game. He played 25-50 against Team Sweden. You have to expect we're going to see the pair of and Lindell at 28, over 28 minutes. You're going to see similar numbers from those guys. We're going to say their name a lot today.
Here's Cale Makar, bumped off the puck by Eric Haula. Makar falls down. Haula has it, centers it, but Devon Taves cleans up the mess momentarily. Makar's second shift of the game. Henry Jokiharju with a shot from the point. Hits the back glass. Almost ricocheted out in front. This rink, for those listening who maybe don't watch the Bruins a lot, are there any nuances that we should know listening to the game?
Certainly, we almost saw one there. The glass, you can't play. If the puck goes up into the glass as a goaltender, you can't go out. They're a little bit old school. There's a little bit more partition than there is in most barns. We will see crazy bounces over these next 3 games here in Boston. The Bruins guys, they know you don't go out on the glass. You don't go out in certain areas on the ice because you are going to get bounces.
16:06 on the clock. Steve Koulias, Andrew Raycroft in the broadcast booth. booth. Scotty Loughlin will be by for the first intermission report, our Sirius XM crew. Hope you're enjoying Four Nations action. Rope hints, gives it away to McDavid. Wrong guy, wrong time. McDavid working in on Montepallo, but the young Sens defenseman made a great play. He scores! Connor McDavid opens the scoring after the giveaway. 1-0 Canada.
You said it, Cools. Wrong place, wrong time, under 5 minutes into the game. I mentioned at the start, ice the puck, hard plays along the wall, hard chips out of the boards. Unless you're 100% through the middle, do not go there. Unfortunately, they learned their lesson, Team Finland. McDavid scores an unassisted goal, does it all himself, pulls up, rips a low shot underneath the glove of Kevin Lankinen off the post and in.
Might have been a screen by Rope Hintz. I can't really blame Lankinen.
No.
And, I mean, Vakanainen and Manson-Paulo, all things considered, have done their job. It only takes one, as you said in the pregame show.
No, and that's a depth issue, right? And we talk so much about Finland's depth on the back end, and they're going to have a hard time.
Here comes Hagel in over the line. Sanheim pinching in. Sorelli with a shot. Rebound to Hagel. Couldn't get a stick on that one as the Finns come back the other way. Connor McDavid unassisted, second of the tournament, opens the scoring. Second game in a row, but he's opened the scoring. But it is depth. There's 50 Finnish players in the league. Miro Heiskanen doesn't make that mistake.
No, Miro Heiskanen's taking that puck and skating at 150 feet into the Team Canada zone. And it's unfortunate for Team Finland. They've had a nice start through the first 5 minutes. They were working the puck low to high, and now there's another opportunity.
Here's McKinnon, breakaway, scores! Nate McKinnon scores just like that. The big boys have come to play. 2-0 Canada.
The big dog showed up on time this morning. Both McDavid, now McKinnon, scoring within the first 5 minutes of the game. You look to these guys as a nation and as a team, the leaders, and McKinnon comes in and just, no mistake, rips it, low blocker on Kevin Lankinen. No chance for Finland's goaltender. We got 2 goals in under a minute and a timeout for Team Finland.
I mean, the giveaway is one thing. The ill-timed pinch at the line with McKinnon behind you. I know Craig Ramsey, safe as death, you have to make a move, but it was a great feed. I think that was Point on the far side, right? That got the puck over. Nonetheless, the end result is you ask your big guys to make a play when it matters. We haven't even played 5 minutes, and 97 and 29 are on the board.
They are, and emphatically they're on the board with basically doing it on their own. And we talked, again, you get your opportunity, you get your grade A, you make it pay, and you make it count, and that's what Canada's 2 best players have done within the first 5 minutes. And now it's Team Finland. You call the timeout just to regain a little bit of, try and find the next piece of momentum, and don't let this thing get away from you in the first 10 minutes of the game.
2-0 Team Canada. That's McKinnon's second. His first was on the power play after the William Nylander penalty in the early going in Montreal. Couldn't be a better start, but we've seen 2-0 leads or 2-goal leads, as far as Canada is concerned, evaporate. And we're at a moment here with a big body check by Reinhardt on Mikko Rantanen. I think nothing changes in terms of X's and O's, right, Razor?
No, certainly not. If you're a Team Canada perspective, you understand full well that the 2-goal lead with 55 minutes left is far from in the bag. You have to continue to push. You have to continue to keep doing a good job through the middle of the ice. And again, if you're Team Finland, you say, okay, let's get through this next 5-minute segment. Get through the commercial break. Keep putting pucks in deep. We had a good start. We had 2 or 3 good opportunities on Jordan Binnington. Let's keep our focus and not let the next one go.
Well, Binnington, I mean, you alluded to 2019. The Finns had the best early 2 chances, and then they have actually 4 shots on goal. So 2 for 2, Canada is shots and goals. The Finns have 4. That might be the third there from Makar at the point, who has put a lot of pucks towards the net 5 minutes in.
And to Makar's point, you bring up Makar at a good time. If you're Team Canada, you're not looking too far from their point of view down on the bench, but for us, if you can get a few here, now you can manage minutes from this afternoon's game. You deal with the pressure, you deal with the adversity, you have a great feeling going into Thursday's game, but you're also able to manage and no one's taking on too much ice. You can really make a difference in this tournament with a great first period here.
14:26 to go. McDavid unassisted, and then moments later, Nate McKinnon with his second of the tournament. Here's McDavid now in a foot race with Barkov. He wins it in his own zone. Rink wide to Stone. Stone gets buried by Mikko Rantanen as that shot from Henry Jokiharju hit the right shoulder of Jordan Binnington. Near side, Sanheim leaves it for Mark Stone, the Vegas captain, for Drew Doughty. Doughty to McDavid at center. Henry Jokiharju leaving his right point position to follow McDavid. Good stick.
Very good stick, and a great job by Rantanen getting in on the forecheck and laying the body on Mark Stone to create the turnover and a really good opportunity that Binnington has to fight off.
Here comes Devon Taves, far side for Marner. Marner looking for Cirelli, couldn't handle the pass. Laine with a great play between his legs to start the breakout to Lindell. Lindell with the puck, gives it away. Brought back by Taves. Rink wide for Hagel. If he would have corralled it, perhaps a 2-on-1 with his Tampa Bay Lightning teammate, but it didn't work. Patrick Laine in over the line. Centers it, nobody home. As Hagel picks it off, spins and fires it up to Marner. Nico Mikkola beats him to the puck at center. Looking for Laine, comes to Lindell, who pumps it in as we approach the 7-minute mark, and a perfect start for Team Canada.
Couldn't have been better. Couldn't have been better at this 1 o'clock start, wondering how they would handle the late travel, the later game Saturday night, and they've shown us that they've been ready to go and more than capable of taking a lead here with the 2-0.
We get our first break with Canada up 2-0. McDavid and McKinnon. You're listening to the Four Nation Face-Off live from Boston on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91.
Feel that 3 a.m. euphoria any time of the day on BPM, a channel delivering non-stop dance and electronic hits. And live sets from the world's top DJs. Never stops on BPM Channel 52. And at home with SiriusXM on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Four Nations Face-Off is here. Canada, USA, Sweden, and Finland face off for hockey supremacy.
Pass across. Oh, Mark with a fabulous save.
Hear all the action on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio, live from Montreal and Boston. Four Nations Face-Off. Visit SiriusXM.ca/Four Nations for schedules.
Happy birthday to us. 2 surprises for you. 2 surprises from NordVPN. 2 surprises for you. Celebrate twice as much with NordVPN. We have a special birthday deal. Get 72% off and a coupon for up to 1 year free. NordVPN is rated as excellent on PC Mag. Visit NordVPN.com and discover one of the most advanced VPNs in the world. What are the benefits? Secure up to 10 devices with a single account. Receive alerts if your email address leaks to the dark web. Reduce the risk of phishing, scams, and malware with NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro tool. Encrypt your online traffic and browse with more peace of mind. Get the special birthday deal at NordVPN.com. Additional terms apply. NordVPN. Cybersecurity built for every day.
Before, during, after.
Backhand scores. What a play by Jack Hughes.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
McDavid unassisted. McKinnon from Reinhart. 2-0 Team Canada. And the area to our right, Jordan Binnington, perfect so far.
And a perfect perfect start for Jordan Binnington coming off of the loss against Team USA on Saturday night. Questions who was going to start. I don't think John Cooper had any question. I don't think Jordan Binnington did, but he's had a great start. 2 big saves on Finland in the first 5 minutes. Sees his team go down and score 2 quick ones down at the other end. Now he's really settled in. He's played the puck a few times. We've also talked a lot about that, his playmaking ability from behind the net. Great start for Binnington.
Canada's first icing, so the whistle you heard means face off to the right of Binnington. 12:48 on the clock. Steve Cooley is that voice you heard is Andrew Raycroft, 2004 Calder Trophy winner, former NHLer. Joining us in the broadcast booth here. Aho in on the draw against McKinnon. Aho wins the draw. Back to Nico Mikkola with a shot. Glove save by Binnington. He had to stretch out.
Again, seeing the puck, tracking the puck real well. Team Canada does a good job off of the draw, not allowing Finland to get to the front of the net. So that left point shot from Mikkola, Binnington sees it all the way. Little can of corn action for him.
I think this is sold out, eh? What
Really
do you think
good.
of the crowd here in Boston?
Lots of red jerseys, too. Lots of people making the trip. A lot of McDavid jerseys. And talking to a few of the guys in the elevator, they're here all day. Lots of doubleheaders for Gang out there today, too.
Team Canada wins the draw, but touched by McDavid, so no icing as he's got the puck now far corner and he centers it. Went over top of everybody, comes to Aho, far side, tries to chip it out, and he does. Stone went up and got it, but the puck came out over the line. He throws it back in again. Point heads to the bench, and out come the Finns led by Esa Lindell. 25 minutes against the USA in the opener. Dumps it in. Binnington leaves it for Drew Doughty. 2-time Cup champion, 2-time gold medalist. He had that overtime goal against the Finns, as I mentioned, back in 2014. The reverse by Henry Jokiharju goes to the Bruins captain. Brad Marchand back to the point to Doughty. Has time and space. Waiting. Doughty lets it go through a screen. I think he was looking for Konecny's stick.
Absolutely. He saw Konechny out in front. He did a good job finding a little bit of a lane, sent that wrister in with just enough pace to get it to the net, but looking for a stick.
Doughty has it at center, dumps it in. Lankinen stops it behind the net. Gives it away, centered in front there by Marner. But a good play by Armia to make sure there was no trouble. Taves picks it off at the line, sends it back in again. Team Canada clears the zone, and they're back in on the forecheck. Pitching in is Taves to Hagel with a shot. Knocked off the puck, comes to Armia, and he brings it out through center, but Marner picks his pocket for Hagel. Coming down the wing with a shot. Lankinen may have got a piece of that one, and it went wide. Off the bench with speed is McKinnon. Leaves it for McCarr, and he fires one that didn't miss by much.
It sure didn't. What a play by McKinnon to pick that up with his skate, get it to his stick, and then find his teammate, Cale Makar.
Well, if somebody came from Australia and they watched number 8, they would say, looks fine to me. What do you think it took to miss Saturday night? One of the most important games of his life, had to watch it on TV.
It must have killed him, and there's obviously something going on that just keeps him out of the game, whether it's the illness that's just too much to play, and it was going to be it was going to hurt the team if he did get out in the lineup.
Puck is dumped into the Team Canada zone. Picked off by Alexander Barkov. Panther and Finnish captain centers for Terry Lehkonen. Mikko Rantanen with a quick shot. Lehkonen kind of fanned and it went to Rantanen, but that's another shot on goal, another save by Jordan Binnington. Nico Mikkola pinching in to Barkov, who tried a backhanded play. Didn't work. Crosby picked it off, and Team Canada comes back the other way. Crosby tries to chase down Esa Lindell. He gets it to Lehkonen. Rink wide for Nico Mikkola, and he brings it in. Binnington stops it behind the net to Taves to Makar, who throws it up to McDavid. Tried to chip it and get by Urho Vakanainen, and that didn't work. Binnington near side for Makar, left wing for Stone. Tried to spring McDavid, it was picked off on the play, and back come the Finns with Anton Lindell to Patrick Laine. Back to the point, Vakanainen with a shot through a screen. Lostarinen was in front of the net, but Binnington is tracking the puck.
He's all over. And all these stops behind the net. He's broken up the Finland forecheck 5 or 6 times now within the first 10 minutes. And when you're doing goalie numbers, you're talking about the connections and the passes. And if you're 80% on those connections, right now Binnington's at 100% through 10 minutes.
He's touched the puck more than some of the elite players on the Finns right now.
No question.
Here's Doughty off the bench at center. Tries to feed Sam Bennett. It was picked off. Canada clears the zone and goes back in after it. 9:15 on the clock. Team Canada leads 2-0. McDavid unassisted. Reinhart set up McKinnon. Couldn't be a better start as Mikael Granlund gets back to the right point for Henry Jokiharju. 1 goal with the Sabres this year. Lets it go. It was blocked by Bennett. And he's got 1 goal in the tournament. Open the scoring against the U.S., but that big third period, USA all over Finland. Later tonight, USA against Sweden. The Americans are in the final. No Matthew Tkachuk tonight. Do you think we'll see Tkachuk on Thursday?
I can't imagine he misses that game. And if he does, he's going to miss time in the NHL regular season as well.
Nice play there by Eric Haula to get it out to Capo Cackle. Back to Haula, 2-on-2. He chips it in and gives chase. There's Binnington again playing the puck. This time, though, he momentarily gave it away. Colton Parayko battling with Yoel Armia. He's in for Teuvo Teravainen, who won a cup with Chicago back in 2015. Went to Carolina, is back in Chicago, but is up here with us in the press box with 8:10 to go in period number 1. Hope you're enjoying Four Nations action here from Boston. Team Canada leading by a score of 2-0. We'll take a break, come back to TD Garden live on Channel 91 right after this.
I'm Katie Nolan. Dental emergencies happen when you least expect them. Whether it's a chipped tooth, sudden pain, or a lost filling, Cusi Dental Group is here to help. I'm Dr. Elena Cusi, and at Cusi Dental Group, we offer same-day appointments so you don't have to wait in pain. Call Cusi Dental Group at 780-468-7270 now and let us take care of you.
Cusi Dental Group and South Edmonton Prosthodontics. Transform your smile, transform your life. Online at cusidental.ca.
If your home was built between 1985 and 1998, there's a high probability you have Poly B piping. Many insurance companies are refusing to insure homes that have Poly B piping. The easiest way to check? Head down to your mechanical room. If you see approximately 3/4 inch gray pipe, your home has Poly B. Don't worry. Contact the Poly B Plumbing Guys today for your free assessment and remediation proposal. Visit thepolybplumbingguys.ca.
Keep your job moving forward with Diamond Truck Centers. They're your source for top quality international medium and heavy duty trucks. Whether you need trucks, parts, service, rentals, or leasing services, they've got you covered. Plus, Diamond Truck Centers is where you'll find the new S13 integrated powertrain. One of the most fuel efficient engines on the road, which means more money in your pocket and less at the pump. For more, head to DIT.ca. Diamond Truck Centers. Experience the Diamond difference.
Japanese Village.
Celebrate any occasion with Japanese Village. Delicious premium A5 Wagyu and certified Angus beef cooked at your table teppanyaki style with their famous secret sauces. Visit jvedmonton.ca for details and reserve now.
Experience the breathtaking journey of nature's most resilient travelers. Butterflies. Don't miss Butterfly Journey in IMAX at TELUS World of Science Edmonton. Take flight with the butterflies and get your tickets today at telusworldofscienceedmonton.ca.
You're listening to Four Nations Face Off on the radio home of your Oilers. 880 CHED. Proudly sponsored by Reface Magic.
Welcome back to TD Garden here in Boston. Game number 5 of 7 at the Four Nations Face-Off. I'm Steve Koulias along with former NHLer Andrew Raycroft. The big story is the guy who's on the ice right now again, Cale Makar. How has he looked to you so far?
Would not know that he missed the game on Saturday night at this point. He's done a really nice job skating, moving, couple wristers in on net. He stayed up with the play. He looks like he's moving well to me.
Under 8 minutes to go. Team Canada up 2-0. Connor McDavid unassisted, and then Reinhart to McKinnon. And Team Canada, just like that, with the early lead. Lundell rings wide for Niko Mikkola. They're going to play a lot tonight. He tries to sift one through. Didn't make it to the net. Barkov back to Niko Mikkola. He tries to go off the Enterprise sign. Design play. I call that the Nick Lidstrom. How about that?
Yeah, Nick Lidstrom did it to perfection in that old Joe Louis where the boards were so springy.
Here's Niko Mikkola behind the net for Mikko Rantanen. Just slid off his stick. Former Av, currently a Carolina Hurricane, as Team Canada chips it out. Do you hear these rumors about them trading him again? You buy that?
No, I don't buy it.
Okay, good. Binnington can't pin the puck behind the net. In after his Lotharinan, he loses it. Here's McDavid with speed, and as soon as he gets the puck, you can't take your eyes off him. Over to Sanheim, shot, save, rebound, they score! Braden Point on the rebound. 3-0, Team Canada.
From 6 stories away, he is the fastest human in the world on skates. It's incredible how much distance that Connor McDavid covers, pushes back the Finnish defenseman, finds Travis Sanheim through the seam, and Braden Point finishes off the rebound.
Isn't it just so amazing watching him live?
It's a whole different game, right? It's a whole different game that he's playing from everyone else.
And good for Sanheim. Remember, John Tortorella was pumping his tires earlier in the year, and he kind of developed slower than you would want, but he's really turned into a pretty effective two-way player for the Flyers, and I think he has not looked out of place in this tournament.
He hasn't, and we just saw what his strength is. His ability to jump in the rush, his ability to find a lane when that puck gets into the offensive zone and be an offensive defenseman while taking care of his own zone. And then not to mention, let's not forget Braden Point, picking that puck in front of Lankinen, pulling it in behind, smooth little backhand, so good around the net.
So that will be points from Sanheim and McDavid. McDavid has 2 points in the game, 4 in the tournament. That'll tie him with Jake Gensel for the tournament lead. As Aho has the puck, throws it behind the net for Rope Hintz. The cycle is on with Mikael Granlund. Granlund back to Hintz. Try to find Aho, who gets it back again. Aho gets it back to the point, but it skips over Esa Lindell and comes out to center.
And not to overlook this first 14 minutes, Finland's done a good job having offensive zone time. They've done a good job on the cycle. It's just been the quick strike of Team Canada, the difference.
Do you blame Kevin Lankinen on any of the 3?
No, you're definitely, the blame is certainly not a word. You always... You expect, you knew he was going to have to make all 3 of those saves for Finland to have a chance tonight. But it's very difficult to do that when you're playing the best players in the world, and the best players are the ones getting the easy chances.
Brad Marchand brings it in, throwing an offensive check as Reinhart. Another one by Konechny as Marchand has it up top. Right point. Marchand backdoor looking for Konechny, and 63 has a spring in his step this afternoon.
He certainly does. He's back in his hometown as well, and he had Konechny all alone on the backside. Ole Mata with a great stick to break that up. It would have been 4-0.
Here is Marchand getting it to Taves, who was looking for Konechny. Reinhart in front could, or make that bend in front, couldn't get a stick on it. Makar kind of walked the line there, but Luostarinen got a stick on it, so it comes out to center. Marner brings it back in for Team Canada. Marner looking for Hagel, broken up there by Eric Holland. Behind the net for Joki Harju, it hits a partition in the glass and comes out to center with 5:05 to go on the clock in a 3-0 Team Canada lead. Point just scored. McKinnon made it 2-0, and McDavid opened the scoring. 97 with 2 assists so far as the puck is poked out to center, and here's Cale Makar in his own zone. Up to Mitch Marner, who has been more noticeable in this first period than he was on Saturday nights.
He has, and he's done a really good job on the defensive side. He's been up against Barkov a few. Good opportunity. What a play by Barkov in behind the net, but Mitch Marner doing a very good job defensively.
Net was knocked off, but Team Canada gets their free rush when the net is knocked off by the team in the offensive zone. So we get a stoppage now with 4:32 on the clock and Team Canada up 3-0. I like your point where you said The Finns aren't playing poorly. They've made 2 mistakes to give away in the pinch, but overall, they've had a few forays in the offensive zone.
They have, and they've done. And this was another great chance. Barkov to Lehkonen out in front of the net, and they just can't quite connect. But again, good zone time. Finland's done a good job in on the cycles.
The Shovelers are out, which means we got to hit the break. Canada up 3-0 here live from Boston.
Music for us, by us.
And that's the way I like it.
Celebrate Black History Month with a channel dedicated to the voices pushing the culture forward. Serving up a blend of hip-hop and R&B from today's tastemakers and tomorrow's emerging stars. Black music forever. Listen now throughout the month at home with the SiriusXM app on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
The biggest play.
That was knocked away. The backhand score!
Yes.
Oh, and a good hit there by White Cloud.
Goals.
Headed in front point. Score!
Tune to NHL Network Radio for the most in-depth hockey talk on the planet. Insiders and the best analysis on the air.
They got a better defense. They got better goaltending. They got more balance up front.
The NHL on SiriusXM. Hear every team and your hometown call. NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-1758. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-1758. 800-575-1758. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
And grabs it at center ice, makes a nice move. 2-on-1.
The best hockey lives here.
Connor moving in, shooting, score!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Discussion room Mondays and Fridays 4 to 5 Eastern on the Power Play with myself, Steve Cooley, is on NHL Network Radio. Andrew Raycroft, who's doing the color here today, is also part of the network. Live from Boston, 4:32 to go in period number 1, 3-0 Team Canada.
Perfect start for Team Canada to come out, take advantage of 2 mistakes by Team Finland, get up 2-0, and then another great play by McDavid, finding Sanheim with a point on the rebound. Perfect start for Team Canada.
Crosby wins the draw to Nate McKinnon. Left wing circle. There's a shot from the point by Sanheim again. I think he was looking for the stick in front of the net of Reinhart. Nonetheless, 8th shot on goal for Team Canada.
And they're starting to get going in the faceoff dot. They started out only at 35% through the first 7 draws. Now each guy's up to 75%. They're starting to win draws, and now with Sid at the draw against Barkov.
Sid with Barkov. Barkov won it. Sid almost picked his pocket. In to help him out is Reinhart, and Sid comes away with the puck behind the net. Crosby back to the point to Drew Doughty. Plays it off his skate to his stick to Crosby on one knee, which he's patented. Although he can't get the puck in deep, Mikko Rantanen brings it out as we approach the 16-minute mark. Rantanen looking for Nico Mikkola, but it went off Reinhardt's stick out to center. Henry Arju gets it over to Nico Mikkola, who gets it in. It's shot down the ice. Mikkola plays it, or it would have been icing against Team Canada. He'll go to the bench now, and Henry Arju will survey the situation. Far side for Olli Määttä. Tries to find Mikael Granlund, the overtime hero. It went too far. And now we've got a scrum along the near boards. Comes to Braden Point. Left wing, down the ice. Point working on Henry Arju. These are for McDavid. He's already working on 2 points here as Morrissey lets it go. Lankinen bobbled it a little bit, but no damage done.
No, but another great rush by this McDavid line. McDavid, Stone, Point, really showing well in the first 15 minutes.
Here's McDavid again, 1-on-4 with a shot. Lankinen look behind him as McDavid is flying in the early going.
He certainly is. So quick in transition. Really nice job. Stone coming back through the middle of the ice in the defensive zone, getting a turnover, hitting McDavid in stride, and Lankinen definitely searching behind him. Didn't know where that little wrister went from McDavid. Another great opportunity by 97.
2 points in the game, 4 on the tournament, 3:06 left in the first period, 10-5 shots on goal, but some early finish chances, and Binnington made at least 2 pretty good stops in perhaps his second favorite building in the league.
Might be his first. It would be my first, that's for sure. Whatever building I'm winning Game 7 for the Stanley Cup, that's my favorite forever.
Urho Vakanainen leaves it for Nicholas Matenpala behind the net. He's the one who gave it to McDavid on the game's opening goal, but to be fair, the 26-year-old Finn has played very well in the tournament. He tries to chop it out. He can't. Kept in once, but not the second time by Devon Toews. 2:45 to go in the period. 3-0 is the score. I'm Steve Cooley, along with Andrew Raycroft. Scotty Loughlin will be by for the first intermission report in under 3 minutes. Puck comes to an open wing where it's picked up by Toews. He gets it in. Marchand, little sidestep getting away from Haula, who almost grabbed him. Here's Makar walking the line. Lets it go, and Lankinen gloves that one as 8 is dancing at the blue line.
He is dancing. And Cooley, you asked me at the open about Makar and what kind of impact and coming back in the lineup. For me, what I've really noticed the most is Devon Toews and how much more aggressive he's been, how great he feels with his partner, not only here at Team Canada, or what was supposed to be after Game 1, but through the entire regular season with the Colorado Avalanche. Devon Toews has had a great first 18 minutes of hockey.
One of the worst things the Islanders ever did. For a couple second-round picks. Hello?
Yeah, the other one was losing Roberto Luongo way back in the day, too. Though there's a few of them the Islanders have done over the years, but Devon Toews, oh boy, he's turned into a heck of a player.
Puck cleared to the line, but not out. Doughty keeps it in to the right wing corner. Cirelli in after it. There's Marner with a good active stick. Gets it to Hagel, to Cirelli. And this line has played very well. Having said that, Cirelli just gave it away. And back come the Finns 2-on-2. Mikko Rantanen brought it in. He lost it. Marner collides with Doughty. But there to clean things up is Hagel. He loses the puck. Lindell with a shot. Binnington gets bumped there by Arturi Lehkonen. I don't want to say what we haven't had so far in the tournament, but we haven't had one so far in the tournament.
We haven't, but that shift right there, 3 turnovers from Team Canada, and all of a sudden you've got a 100-point score with the puck on a stick in the middle of the slot. That's how quickly things change in this tournament, in these games, best on best.
90 seconds to go in period number 1. Parayko skates it to safety behind his own net. 11-5 shots for Team Canada. McDavid, McKinnon, and Braden Point to make it a 3-0 game. Puck is chopped in. McKinnon plays it behind the net on the backhand. Reinhart wins the battle. For McKinnon, back to Morrissey with a shot. Stopped in front. Crosby's there. Blocker saved by Lankinen. Aho skates it to safety down the ice. No icing as he chips it in. 1 minute to go. There's Al Murdoch, the public address announcer. Crosby knocks it to center, and here with speed is McKinnon. 1-on-3. McKinnon chips it to himself. A lot of solo dashes have worked for Team Canada with those self-chips as Makar gives it to Toews, and he almost put that one in far side.
We almost saw the Avalanche connection all the way around. McKinnon to Makar to Toews, who missed by inches.
Here's Capo Caco bringing it in, but it's one-handed out by Toews with 30 seconds to go. Flip down the ice where Makar, shoulder check, gives it for McDavid. Here we go again. McDavid with speed tried to feed Point, but it was broken up. Makar in his own zone. Cup champion, Conn Smythe Trophy winner, leads the league in goals and assists for a defenseman. Leaves it for Point, brings it in, loses it momentarily. McDavid back to Point, but there's Barkov doing his thing up to Rantanen, and he won't get a shot away because there is the siren, and a near perfect period for Jordan Binnington, Cale Makar, and Team Canada.
It certainly was cool. Canada out shooting Finland 11-5. 5, taking advantage of the opportunities. There were some quick strike plays that allowed Team Canada to get up 2-0, start feeling comfortable in the game. They defended well and finished very well at the other end to make it 3-0 after 1.
And we saw the big boys come to play, and we talked about mistakes and how teams in this tournament have limited their mistakes. The first mistake was on Finland, the young defenseman from Ottawa, and that cost them.
It certainly did, and we knew Team Finland was going to be up against it today. It was going to be a game where they were going to have to play almost a perfect game and not chase. And when you have that kind of giveaway through the middle, start chasing the game against the Team Canada lineup with the talent that they have, you find yourself in a hole.
Yep, and Menton Paolo has played very well in this tournament with Vakanainen, but the wrong guy at the wrong time made it a 1-0 game. Sam Reinhart got it to McKinnon that made it 2-0, and McDavid starting a play, Sanheim shot, save, rebound, and Braden Point put it in to make it 3-0 for Team Canada. 11-5 shots on goal. The 5 doesn't tell the Binnington story, does it?
No, I don't believe it does. It feels like there was more opportunities from Finland. Finland had more offensive time than what 5 shots feels like. And then on top of all of that is puck handling ability. The amount of touches that Jordan Binnington had, especially through the first 15 minutes of this period, would rival a Cale Makar on a normal night.
Sam Reinhart joins us now. Sam, if you have to draw things up, I don't think it gets much better than that. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. That's the pace, that's the intensity we're looking for.
Sam, talk about this afternoon game, this quick turnaround from a late game Saturday night to get you guys ready. What was the talk and the momentum this morning?
Yeah, I mean, we all know what's at stake. We've all been in this situation before. I think just playing on our toes. The message was don't play scared, play with courage, and that's the way we're going right now. So we've got to keep building off that.
What do you think of Jordan Binnington's start? He likes this building. If you remember 2019, Sam, and I know you do.
Absolutely, yeah. He fits right in this building. Had some success. Couple big stops early to settle it down. They had some good looks off the cycle, but I thought we tightened up after that.
Sam, good luck in the second. Thanks for this.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Sam Reinhart, Team Canada, an assist in the period. When we come back, Scotty Laughlin with the first intermission report. Stay with us.
This is former MLB General Manager Steve Phillips with an important message for fantasy baseball players. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, I'm joined by former Major League pitcher Jensen Lewis, and we'll talk fantasy baseball to help you draft a winning lineup.
You can't go wrong with the number 1 pick in this year's draft, but I love Bobby Witt Jr. over Shohei Ohtani.
We bring you our big league experiences to provide you with the fantasy baseball advice you crave. It's the Fantasy Dugout tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern on Fantasy Sports Radio, Channel 87, and on the SiriusXM app.
The biggest plays.
Fakes. Save. Samsonov.
Yes.
The timing gets filled in and center on.
Goals.
Center in front point. Score.
Tune to NHL Network Radio for the most in-depth hockey talk on the planet and the best analysis on the air.
It's got to be the coach then. Like, if they're waiting on something, like, what significant change are you going to make?
The NHL on SiriusXM. Hear every team and your hometown call. NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91.
Choosing to buy a gun was not a decision I took lightly. But with everything going on, I really wanted to feel like I could protect myself. I hadn't thought about the danger of an unlocked gun in my own home until...
Mia, where are your napkins? Ooh, not that drawer. Unless anyone needs a gun.
Now, I always lock my gun to keep everyone safe. Visit endfamilyfire.org to learn how to store your guns more securely. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
Hey, folks, I have great news. You can now donate your car and help support Tunnel to Towers. The process is quick and simple, and the proceeds from your generous car donation will go to support the good work that T2T is doing throughout our community. Plus, you benefit by getting a nice tax deduction, and you avoid the hassle of trying to sell that old car. So if you have an extra car and you want to help Tunnel to Towers to help our dedicated veterans, just call 888-980-VETS, or you can donate your car online at todaysveterans.org. That number again to donate your car and support Tunnel to Towers is 888-980-VETS. That's 888-980-VETS, or simply go online at todaysveterans.org. Any car is accepted, and they'll pick it up for free. Your car donation really does make a difference. So go online at todaysveterans.org or call 888-980-VETS and donate your car today.
Hi,
Hi, I'm Kathy Hill, founder of Tax Tiger. If you happen to have unfiled or unpaid taxes, Tax Tiger can protect you from the IRS, release wage and bank levies, and negotiate awesome settlements. Above all, Tax Tiger is a company which operates based on Christian principles. Call us today at 1-800-IRS-9196 for a free consultation. 1-800-IRS-9196 or visit us online at taxtiger.com.
Intermission from TD Garden in Boston. The Four Nations Face-Off Intermission Report coming at you on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Scott Laughlin with you. We will take you through the highlights and what you may have missed in case you're just joining us. Canada coming out knowing that if they win in regulation time, and this is the setup for Team Finland too, let's not forget, they're playing for something this afternoon. If the Finns were to beat Canada in regulation, they'd get the 3 points. They'd go right to Thursday night to take on the U.S. in the final of this tournament. Canada, though, 40 minutes away from getting there in a pretty dominant first period by Team Canada. The goaltending matchup in this one, as we told you beforehand, was Jordan Binnington versus Kevin Lankinen, and Lankinen would be under siege, and at least in the first couple of minutes of the game, Lankinen was able to hold Team Canada at bay. Steve Koulias and Andrew Raycroft on the call.
Here's Laine over the line. Falls. He may have been tripped. Here's Point the other way. Braden Point. What a move. Backhand. And Lankinen makes the save.
All right, so Lankinen makes an early stop on Braden Point, and that was key, or so we thought. At the other end, about 3 minutes in, Jordan Binnington was put to the test. Not a gilt-edged scoring opportunity for the Finns. Binnington would stop it as he stopped all 5 shots he faced in the opening stanza. At one point, though, he had one puck get between his pads, covered it up, looked behind him, which certainly, of course, raises the angst and the anxiety amongst the Canadian fan base out there watching and listening to this game here in this must-win situation this afternoon. But he was able to keep the Finns off the board, and that set the tone for Canada to open the scoring just over 4 minutes into this one.
Gives it away to McDavid. Wrong guy, wrong time. McDavid working in on Montepallo, but the young Sens defenseman made a great play. He scores! Connor McDavid opens the scoring after the giveaway. 1-0 Canada.
So Connor McDavid gets his second goal of the tournament. It comes at 4:13. Nick Montepallo in front. Trying to at least fend off any Canadian opposition or distraction. Turns out Lankinen did not get a good look at it, did not track the puck very well. In off the goalpost. What a great shot it was by Connor McDavid. His second, as I said, of the tournament comes at 4:13 on that great wrister, and it was 1-0 for Team Canada. And within a minute, less than a minute later, as a matter of fact, Canada using their speed to their advantage once again. And if Canada's not hitting you with McDavid, they're hitting you with a guy that's pretty much right up there in terms of velocity and speed and frequency. We're talking about number 29, Nathan MacKinnon.
Here's MacKinnon, breakaway, scores! Nate MacKinnon scores just like that. The big boys have come to play. 2-0 Canada.
And remarkably similar it was to the start against Team Sweden, going back to last Wednesday night at the Bell Center in Montreal. Let's not forget that Canada jumped out to a 2-0 lead in the first 13 minutes, and McDavid and MacKinnon were absolutely flying, and Sidney Crosby was omnipresent from start to finish that one particular night. Anyway, that goal comes from Sam Reinhart. As it turns out, Esa Lindell pinches up at the blue line, tries to stand up as best as he could. Reinhart pushes the puck ahead to MacKinnon, and he makes no mistake to beat Lankinen. For MacKinnon, his second of the tournament as well. Reinhart with the helper, Brandon Hagel with the other assist, and at 4:59, Canada had assumed a 2-0 lead. Again, with that memory of how they took their foot off the gas collectively against Sweden in their minds, no doubt, going back to last Wednesday night. Canada knowing, hey, we're up by 2, we're dominating the hockey game just like we did against Team Sweden. This time, maybe learning their lessons, collectively not taking their feet off the gas. As a matter of fact, just over 13 minutes into the opening period, Canada strikes again.
Here's McDavid with speed, and as soon as he gets the puck, you can't take your eyes off him. Over to Sanheim, shot, save, rebound, they score! Braden Point on the rebound.
right, so it's Braden Point gets his first. He is into the tournament on the goal sheet. Braden Point, his first from Travis Sanheim, who gets stopped by Lankinen. A great cross-ice feed from McDavid to Sanheim forced the issue, and Braden Point would cash in on the rebound. And he scores on the backhand at 13:02 of the opening period. Canada had a 3-0 lead after Finland had already burned their timeout just a few minutes earlier, just to try to stem the tide a little bit. Head coach Antti Pennanen feeling like, hey, if we don't really batten down the hatches right now, we could get run right out of the building before this one is even a couple of minutes old. Well, the timeout stemmed the tide at least temporarily, because Canada did come back and score for the third time on 6 shots against Lankinen. And it was 3-0 for Team Canada. No scoring the rest of the way. Shots on goal in that opening period for Team Canada, 11, and for Team Finland, 5. So a pretty dominant period by Team Canada. Again, keep this in mind as well, is that Canada, if they want to ensure that they're going to play for the championship on Thursday night versus Team USA here in Boston, they're going to have to win this game in regulation time. So Canada's up by 3 in a lot of ways, if this makes any sense. Maybe they're up by 2, because if, again, Finland were to come back and force this game to go into overtime, then at least Sweden would have something to play for. Finland and Canada, if it gets past 60, are going to allow Sweden to hang around and play a game tonight that if they beat the American squad in regulation time, it would be the Swedes that would play the Americans on Thursday in a rematch of tonight's game. So, again, the winner in regulation, if it happens through 60 here this afternoon, either Canada or Finland. Canada looking really, really strong, as we've indicated here in the opening 20 minutes. They will go right to the final to face Team USA coming up on Thursday evening. I thought as well that one of the impressions that stood out to me was that Connor McDavid, Braden Point, and Mark Stone line worked really, really well for Canada. McDavid at center, Point, and Mark Stone worked out really well for Canada. Seemed to develop some sort of chemistry, as John Cooper, I think basically from what he saw in the final 40 minutes against Team USA going back to Saturday night in Montreal, I think he felt like we'll put the lines into a blender a little bit. You've got Konecny coming in on the fourth line to play that right wing side. On the fourth line, Seth Jarvis sits out. And it seems to have made a difference for Team Canada. Cale Makar, nothing spectacular in the opening period, but did not look out of place at all. And keep in mind that if Canada can somehow, some way have a strong second period, and you feel like this game is in hand come period number 3, knowing you need to win in regulation time, but also knowing what's coming up on Thursday night potentially versus Team USA in that much anticipated rematch, should it come to pass, well, then maybe you can sit Makar a little bit here and there and maybe not play him nearly as much as you would expect. So, again, there's a lot riding on this next 20 minutes of play. Finland's going to feel like, hey, we need the next goal. We have to win this game in regulation time, too. You got to start somewhere. And there was a clear-cut, better team on the ice in the first, and that's why Canada's leading 3-0 after 20 minutes of play. We are going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll hand it back over to Steve Coulias and Andrew Raycroft with the call of the second period. You've been listening to the Four Nations Face-Off Intermission Report right here on Sirius XM, NHL Network Radio.
This is Global News at the first intermission. I'm Zach Ferguson. New polling numbers are showing Canadians are not very optimistic about their economic future. The poll done by Research Co. shows half of those surveyed say they think the economy is going to get worse. Research Co. President Mario Konsenko says it's a huge number and that most Canadians aren't worried about their own bank accounts and investments. They're worried about their employers and that they may not last during these times, putting them out of work. The Fort McMurray Airport has been closed due to a water main break. The airport terminal closed at 7:30 a.m. and will stay that way until it is repaired. The regional municipality of Wood Buffalo's underground services crew are actively investigating the location of the leak between Mackenzie Pump Station and Sapray Creek in order to isolate and repair the issue. Passengers are being asked to avoid the airport at this time. It's deadline day for the candidates in the federal Liberal leadership race to pay up.
The final $125,000 installment of a total $350,000 entrance fee is due by end of day, a high bar of entry for such a short race. The campaigns for Krista Freeland, Frank Bayless, and Karina Gold all confirm they have made their final payment. Ruby Dalla tweeted out that she has delivered her last payment to the party, while Mark Carney's campaign has said he will pay the last installment today. The candidates are scheduled to square off in 2 debates early next week in Montreal. There are just 3 weeks left in the Liberal leadership race before the party selects its next leader, March 9th. David Bowles, The Canadian Press.
Many residents in central Canada are digging themselves out of the snow today. A winter storm that blanketed much of Ontario and Quebec over the weekend is now tapered off, but it has left messy roads and sidewalks in its wake. Environment Canada says up to 60 centimeters of snow could still fall in some parts of Ontario by tomorrow, while Montreal can get up to 40 centimeters of heavy snow today. Meanwhile, the 3 prairie provinces are under extreme cold warnings. I'm Zach Ferguson. Your next scheduled newscast will be at the second intermission right here on 880 Ched.
Farmer, spring will be here before you know it. Get ready with the all-new Claas Xerion 12 Series tractor. With a CTV transmission for smooth operation, a powerful 140-gallon per minute hydraulic system, and unmatched visibility, it's built to handle your toughest jobs. Plus, with industry-leading fuel efficiency, ride quality, and comfort, the Xerion 12 Series keeps you going strong all day long. Don't wait. Secure yours today. Visit your local Claas dealer or claas.com. Claas, made for more.
Hey, Mom, it's as cold as a rink in here. I'm going to try to get some more practice in.
I really need to replace those windows.
When your home starts feeling like you're back at the arena, it's time to replace your windows. Window Mart is your trusted partner when you need to replace your old, drafty windows and doors. Their Energy Star rated windows and doors will keep your home feeling cozy all year long. Book your free in-home consultation today. Head to windowmart.ca.
The Gentleman Pros. When your plumbing or your heating needs a pro, or your electrical needs someone in the know, give the Gentleman a call, cause you know we fix it all. We'll be sure to make it right before we go. You'll love our quick response and helpful style. It's easy, all you have to do is dial. Friendly people you can trust, leave the dirty work to us. The Gentlemen Pros make you smile. The Gentlemen Pros make you smile.
If you've been injured in a car collision, let James H. Brown and Associates, Alberta Injury Lawyers, protect your interests. They'll be there every step of the way to help answer your questions and help you get your life back on track. Trust Alberta's precedent-setting injury lawyers with their unrivaled experience, unrivaled results, and unrivaled commitment. When accidents happen, call James H. Brown and Associates, Alberta Injury Lawyers, 780-428-0088, or go to jameshbrown.com.
When you have unwanted jewelry, head to Aaron Buys Gold and get cash today. And with gold trading at a high level, now is the perfect time to sell. Aaron Buys Gold makes it easy to recycle anything made of gold or silver, from jewelry to coins to watches.
Find his own net. Canada going from left to right on your Sirius XM radio dial or Sirius XM app. They dump it in, and Kevin Lankinen, who can't be faulted on any of the 3, Razor?
No, he can't be. There are great opportunities, 2 breakaways and a rebound play.
Here's Mikhail Granlund. Throws it towards the net, goes wide to the far side, comes back to Esa Lindell at the right point. He plays it behind the net, or did he? I think he threw it over the glass, so we get our first stoppage, 35 seconds in. And
anyone at home wondering Cale Makar and how he's feeling, he played the second most amount of ice time for Team Canada in the first period at 8:16. His D partner got 8:30, so the top D pair are back for Team Canada, played a full amount of minutes in the first period. He's looked real good tonight.
Face off to the left of Binnington. Barkov wins the draw. There's a shot. Binnington with a save. Rebound. Another save by Binnington. That was Mikko Rantanen who let it go. Binnington with not 1 but 2 big saves there. Here's Parayko near side for Marner. Out to Cirelli. That's a perfectly executed breakout. Morrissey couldn't get to it. They got it out well, but couldn't get it in. The key there was not 1 but 2 saves by number 50.
2 huge saves by Jordan Binnington. It's similar to the first period where Michael Granlund had a great opportunity the first 90 seconds in the game. Sasha Barkov and Mikko Rantanen get two great opportunities off of face-off just to the left of Jordan Binnington. A huge shoulder save and then a big left pad save for Binnington, keeping it 3-0.
Face-off is just outside the finish line. McDavid and Barkov. McDavid is tossed. In comes Braden Point. They've each scored a goal so far tonight, playing together with Mark Stone. As the lines were juggled, Konecny is in. Makar is in. Obviously, Harley out, as is Seth Jarvis. Here's Barkov, tried to get to the loose puck. Point got it first, but can't get it out. Barkov to Lettinen. One touch to Mikko Mikkola, who lets a shot go. Steered aside by Jordan Binnington. Back to the point. The Florida Panther defenseman lets it rip. It was blocked. Back comes McDavid, skating backwards over to point. Back to McDavid. And that just failed to click. McDavid is putting on a skating clinic here as he gets it into the far corner for Stone. Leaves it for McDavid. Takes a bump and leaves it for Point from Esa Lindell. Braden Point looks sharp here this afternoon. Spins right wing circle. Behind the net for McKinnon coming off the bench. Changing in the offensive zone to get time and space. The play back to the point, though, vacated by Sanheim, and it goes down the ice.
Great shift by Connor McDavid and Mark Stone again trying to connect along with Braden Point through the neutral zone. They played so fast through the first 22 minutes of this game.
Nicholas Matinpalo gets it out to center, but it's too far for Lindell. And Team Canada back at it as Crosby chops it in. Reinhart, our first intermission guest, gives chase. Crosby in on the right wing boards, keeps it in and keeps the play alive behind the net for Reinhart. Tries to go to the point, but Losterinen picks it off, and he comes back the other way. 2014 Cup champion loses it. Team Canada pokes it to center for Ranger defenseman Urho Vakanainen gets it in deep. Lusterinen takes a bump. Puck comes to McKinnon in his own zone. Rink wide for Josh Morrissey. He pumps it in. As we have 17-17 on the clock, period number 2. 3 first period goals for Team Canada. Centering feed picked off by Makar to Bennett to Marchand. Konecny with a shot. Rebound, Marchand in front of the net. That was his best chance, but it just hopped over his stick. And back come the Finns 2-on-2. Capo Kakko down the right wing. Behind the net, out the other side. Looking for Yoki Harju. Feeds it to Haula, who centers it, but a good defensive play once again by Travis Sanheim. Clear to the line. Not out. Now Sanheim gets it out, who's played very well so far in this tournament. In after it is Marchand. Bumping with Oli Mata, the 2-time Cup champion with the Penguins. 16-17 comes away with it to Capo Kakko, who gets it in.
The last 3 times we've seen Finland come up the ice, we've seen 4 red jerseys in between the red line and the blue line doing a great job clogging the middle, not allowing any offensive zone time.
Hago behind the net looking for Marner. Lindell is there. Near side for Granlund. Leaves it for Aho, and he's away. Aho tries to get it in. He can't. Active stick by Devon Taves. Gets it into Finnish territory. We're approaching the 4-minute mark here in period number 2. Team Canada leading as they come in 2-on-2, but it's called a gloved pass, and we get a stoppage.
Brendan Hagel doesn't necessarily agree with the linesman there on the glove pass. I'm looking forward to a 3-on-2 opportunity against Kevin Lankinen and Finnish defense, but certainly from here it looked like a glove pass, and now an opportunity to get a change as Devon Taves was out there with Drew Doughty on that shift, not Cale Makar. Interesting to watch that pairing, and again, watch the time on ice get allotted to the back end of Team Canada here with a 3-0 lead.
Face-off on the center dot. All face-offs in the NHL for a decade and a half have to be at the 9 spots. The linesman doesn't have to ankle pick and have a face-off, remember, just inside or outside the blue line, chopping up the ice.
I showed my kids that the other day on one of the old school Bruins games. They're, what is going on? Why is there a face-off in the middle of the slot?
I love it. Puck comes to center where it's corralled by Mikko Rantanen. He was looking for Arturi Lehkonen, former teammate, of course. Too far, and Morrissey starts out far corner. Rink wide for Point down the right side. Trying to spin away from Vakanainen. Leaves it there for McDavid. McDavid leaves it for Makar. Tries to go rink wide back for McDavid off a skate, and it bounces out to center ice. We're approaching the 5-minute mark here. Period number 2. Team Canada 3. Finns no score. A regulation win by either team means they play the USA. If we go past 60 minutes, they score! Nate McKinnon on the one-timer buries it. And just like that, his second of the game, Team Canada is up 4-0.
What a forecheck by number 87, Sidney Crosby, the captain, getting in behind Finnish defenseman, making a perfect backhand pass out to Nate McKinnon, who makes no mistake, ripping it far side from the right bumper point of Kevin Lankinen underneath the blocker. 4-0. Nate Dogg is got 2 on the day.
Crosby, Reinhart, and McKinnon have looked very, very good, my friend. Lots of chemistry, a lot of things working.
No, it's been they've done a really good job. And again, Sid getting in on the forecheck. We got a goalie change. UC Saros is coming in for Kevin Lankinen at 14:57 mark here, the second period, after Lankinen has given up 4 goals now on 13 shots. This is far from his fault. This is a mercy pull. This is a momentum change pull here for Team Finland as UC Saros gets back into the net after a 6-1 loss in the first game of this tournament.
And if somebody's just joining us now, they're thinking, well, it's an onslaught. Well, the early chances were the team in white, and Jordan Binnington had to make some key early stops.
Absolutely, and then you go back to the 2 saves he made on Rantanen and Barkov at the start of this period that would have made the game 3-1, and the 2-goal game, as we know in the modern day age, is nothing at this point. Huge saves by Binnington at crucial times.
Icing coming up against the Finns as Henry Jokiharju was looking for Rantanen. It goes by everybody and down the ice. The big boys have come out to play for Team Canada. 2 for Nate McKinnon. McDavid has 2 points. Point is scored. You just saw Crosby with the play right there. I didn't expect this, my friend. 4-0, and we haven't even hit the halfway mark yet.
No, and we talked about pressure and what that was going to do, and these guys have come up big with it.
Here's Marchand with a shot that's blocked. He gets knocked to the ice, spins, and gets it to Bennett. This is the 4th line that has Konechny on it now. Back to the point. Doughty with a shot. Loose in front. Bennett with a shot that ricochets high and wide. Here's Ole Mata on the backhand. He goes glassing out to get it to center. Lankinen pulled UC Saros in. He gave up 6 to the United States in the opener. A game that the Finns actually led 1-0. No icing on the play as Team Canada gets it out and down the ice and changes. Finns come back the other way. Arturi Lehkonen near boards. Throws one towards the net. Sticked aside by Binnington. Back to the left point for Nico Mikkola. Over to Esa Lindell. Off the boards to Arturi Lehkonen. The return feed didn't work, and now nothing's working for the Finns.
No, it's got to be frustrating over on the bench. Being down 4-0 at this point in the game, it's tough to find momentum. It's tough to find motivation here to finish off the last 33 minutes of this game.
Here's Canada on a 3-on-2 led by Colton Parayko. He drops, drives. Hagel with it. Back to Parayko. Has a man in front of the net. Sorelli couldn't get him the puck. Nico Mikkola did a good job of negating that play. 13 to go, period number 2. 4-0 Team Canada now. That last goal was McKinnon from Crosby and Reinhart. That's Reinhart's 2nd assist of the game. Cale Makar starting out at center. Up to Brandon Hagel. He flips it in, heads to the bench. McDavid's back on the ice. McDavid, right point to Makar. Back to McDavid. He's in a battle there with Aho. Aho comes away with it and starts out. At center, being chased by Braden Point. Good stick to knock it away. Nico Mikkola can do nothing but then send it into Team Canada territory. Mikhail Granlund gathers the loose puck, sends it in. Nice play by Binnington to knock that one down like he's done it before.
That was very impressive. A little cheeky off the glass and goes the other way.
McDavid, his chance, thwarted by a good stick by Vakanainen. Mantapalo shoots it in and he goes off. Team Canada just pokes it out to center. Here's the thing about a 4-0 lead. We haven't seen the high flip from Team Canada yet, but if there's any trouble, blasting out is always a safe play. And when you're up 4-0, you're not as worried about the face-off in your own zone.
You're certainly not. You just play so much freer, right? And especially coming off of Saturday night. So much talked about yesterday, today, the stress, the pressure to come out and have a 4-0 lead, how freeing it is and how much easier it is to play the game and not have to push or press in any situations.
Laine, who's been very quiet, gets it in, and Team Canada skates it out. Travis Sanheim looking for Crosby, bounced over his stick. Nada has to reverse it behind the net to Henry Jokiharju. 11:30 to go, second period. I'm Steve Poulias along with Andrew Raycroft and the rest of our Sirius XM crew. Four Nations face-off action, another doubleheader. This is Game 5. Tonight it'll be USA without Matthew Tkachuk against Sweden. And if the score stays like this, it will just be a nothing game for the Swedes.
Yes, it will be, and it'll be an opportunity to, right, the chance to put your jersey on. We talk so much about that, and for the Trey Kroner to be able to have an opportunity to just go get a win. Get a win out of this last 10 days.
Puck comes to the left point. Sanheim pumps it behind the net to Konechny. Over to Bennett. Waiting, looking back door for Marchand. It'd be great if he gets one here today in front of this crowd. Cup champion has it now, Marchand. Oh, he couldn't get a shot away as Nico Mikkola, even at 4-0, made a great play.
It's more of a murmur with Brad Marchand. You can hear some of the Bruins fans expecting a goal there.
Mitch Marner at center. In over the line to Hagel. Backdoor for Makar. His shot is blocked. I think Vakanainen got a shin pad on that. Marner in after it. Comes back to Vakanainen in his own zone. Far corner. He just chips it out. I don't think Rantanen touched it. Even if he did, he's at his side of center, so icing is a call.
Cool, you talked about after the McKinnon goal, the second McKinnon goal with Crosby and Reinhart. McKinnon really feeling chemistry early on. This fourth line as well of Konechny, Marchand, finding that, and Bennett, sorry, can't leave Bennett out of the play. They've played really well. They've had some really good opportunities. They get on the forecheck. They've had a regular shift. Feeling really good.
McDavid off the draw, wins it to himself, goes around the net, centers to Makar, shot, save, Saros, loose in front. Oh my goodness, 97 is dancing all over it with 2 points tonight. Should he have taken that to the net raiser? Here's Point with a shot that goes wide.
Nah, the assist would have been even more incredible if Makar could pound that through.
Here's McDavid, right wing circle, leaves it for Makar to the net, backhand. It just slid off his stick. Makar has looked really good as Rantanen comes back the other way. McDavid back checking, steals the puck, and away they go. Point chips it in. Only Mata has it now as McDavid goes to the bench. Under 10 minutes to go, second period. Third of the tournament for Nate McKinnon. Leads everyone in that category as Crosby gets it to Reinhart. Back to McKinnon. To the point to Parayko. Lets a shot go from the right point. Knockdown in front there was Reinhart by Vakanainen. And it's brought up to center by Rope Hintz. Near side here for Mikael Granlund. Finns going from right to left on your radio dial. Loose puck, right wing, or make that left wing circle. Pinching in is Nico Mikkola. Centers for Aho. Rebound in front of the net. Oh, what a play by Reinhart. Even at 4-0, sprawling there to stop Aho in front. Back comes Henry Jokiharju. In over the line. Lets a shot go. Parayko gets a piece of that. Goes into the far corner. Bennett clears but not out. Laine. Backhand feed for Lindell. His shot is blocked. Bennett behind the net. Near side for Reinhart. He falls. Parayko reverses to Josh Morrissey. Sends it up to Marchand, but he can't get it out either. Laine through his legs to Lindell. Over for Losterinen. This is the best foray by the Finns this period. Mata. High slot for Lundell. Left wing circle lets it go. I don't think Bennington saw it as it ricochets back to center.
Yeah, Finland, to your point, they've been able to change twice. They've been able to have three lines go through the offensive zone with good chances.
Laine with a weak shot dribbles to Binnington, and he'll smartly cover up. 7:48 to go. 4-0 Team Canada. You're listening to the Four Nations Face-Off live on Sirius XM, NHL Network Radio.
Patch Adams said, treat a disease, you win, you lose. Treat a person, you win, no matter what the outcome. At Leading Edge Physiotherapy, we live this every day. Hands-on techniques, smiles, and compassion, always part of your care. Life shouldn't hurt. LeadingEdgePhysio.com.
Add a winner to your pantry with Wilhauk Beef Jerky.
The upcoming trade deadline brings a lot of questions for any squad aiming to be the best. Do you add or stick with a club that got you to this point? The one stack that's got a full no-move clause for me is my bag of Wilhauk Beef Jerky. Tender, tasty, full of flavor. It'll be the best pickup you never knew you needed.
Wilhauk Beef Jerky. Some say it's the best.
The Gentleman Pros. When your plumbing or your heating needs a pro, or your electrical needs someone in the know, give the Gentleman a call, cause you know we fix it all. We'll be sure to make it right before we go. You'll love our quick response and helpful style. It's easy, all you have to do is dial. Friendly people you can trust, leave the dirty work to us. The Gentleman Pros make you smile. The Gentleman Pros make you smile.
Bring your better half, your best friend, bring everyone to enjoy this 2-can-dine offer from Royal Pizza. All February long, choose any medium gourmet pizza, a meal-sized Caesar, Greek or tossed salad, and a slice of dessert for only $37.95. This 2-can-dine offer ends February 28th, so hurry into your nearest Edmonton and area Royal Pizza today. For great food and great value, Royal Pizza is the perfect choice.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
Patch Adams said, treat a disease, you win, you lose. Treat a person, you win, no matter what the outcome. At Leading Edge Physiotherapy, we live this every day. Hands-on techniques, smiles, and compassion, always part of your care. Life shouldn't hurt. LeadingEdgePhysio.com.
You're listening to Four Nations Face Off on the radio home of your Oilers. 880 CHED. Proudly sponsored by Reface Magic.
Welcome back to live action from TD Garden here in Boston as the tournament is shifted from Montreal for games 5, 6, and 7. USA-Sweden tonight. 4-0 Team Canada. I'm Steve Coulias along with Andrew Raycroft and Razor. You couldn't draw it up any better if you're John Cooper.
No, you certainly couldn't. And whatever they ate for breakfast, whatever they talked about this morning, they showed up on time, got the 3 goals in the first period, and then were able to add on here in the second.
Face off to the right of Binnington, won by Barkov. Pinching in is Nico Mikkola. He goes behind the net and gets it. Spins away from point. The Panther defenseman centers it. Blocked in front by McDavid, who takes it away and sends it back to Doughty behind his own net. 97's been dancing from the opening faceoff.
He's been flying, and the best players, as you would expect in a one-and-done type game for Team Canada. We're talking about McDavid, we're talking about McKinnon, we're talking about Sidney Crosby getting on the score sheet.
Here's Barkov at center as we approach the 13-minute mark here of period number 2. Shots are 15-10 Team Canada. Saros is back in the net. Lankinen pulled 4 goals on 13 shots. And like you said, to change something because the big boys have been flying.
No, they haven't, and nothing that Lankinen could have done. Anytime you're a National Hockey League goalie, you're going to say, I could have done this, I could have done that. But at the end of the day, 4 great chances, 4 quick strike opportunities, 2 semi-breakaways, and it's pretty easy when you're faced a lineup like Team Canada. You need everything to go perfect, and unfortunately for Lankinen, it didn't do so.
Here's Parayko at center, gains the center red line and sends it in. It's chipped once again. I think Henry Jokiharju put that over the glass and out of play. And not to be forgotten, Sam Reinhart with 2 nice assists.
He has had 2 really nice plays jumping on the line with Crosby and McKinnon, doing a nice job again finding that. He's so good at finding the soft spot in the offensive zone, and he did so on the assist that went to Crosby and out in front to McKinnon on the 4th goal for Canada.
Rope Hintz wins the draw to Henry Jokiharju to the right of Saros. There's that high flip that we've talked about. But it's Hagel who picks it off and comes the other way with Marner. Takes a hit to make a play into the far corner. Marner in after it with Ole Mata. Comes out in front to Cirelli on the backhand, and Saros had to make his best save since entering the game right there, getting a glove on that one. Left point, Morrissey. Right point up top for Parayko. Leaves it for Marner. Spins away from his man, Aho. Leaves it for Hagel. Hagel with a shot through a screen. Sorelli on the doorstep, but Saros hangs on.
What a great opportunity by Sorelli. Finland ends up having three guys in the corner. Sorelli pulls out of, we're going to a break.
We'll come back and get your analysis. We have to make it. We got to pay you.
We got a lot of breaks. We got a lot of breaks to get in here.
Yes, we're back live in Boston after this.
Don't miss the biggest matches from the UEFA Champions League knockout stage on Sirius XM FC. Real Madrid hold a slight advantage as the tie shifts to the Spanish capital.
Real Madrid have done it! They've won it!
Can Man City pull off the upset and dethrone the defending champs?
Brings it to Haaland on the back post and a brilliant header!
Real Madrid versus Manchester City, Wednesday at 3 Eastern on Sirius XM FC Channel 157 in the car and streaming on the Sirius XM app.
The best player analysts and insiders live on NHL Network Radio.
Mike Johnson.
I'm going to start my campaign for Zach Werenski for the Norris Trophy. I think it's time. He currently has the most goals by defenseman. This is not the 84 Oilers he plays for. This is the 25 Blue Jackets. And this is maybe the most important part. He's got his team in the playoffs.
Get the latest opinion and analysis you need on the home of hockey, NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91, and the Sirius XM app.
Attention, small business owners. Do you need funding for your business? At LendSeek.com, we provide revenue-based working capital programs from $20,000 to $1 million. So whether it's funding for inventory, equipment, expansion, payroll, or other needs, seek no more. All it takes is just one simple application to access over 100 funding products that are powered through our breakthrough AI-enabled lending platform to get you the best options in today's marketplace. If you've been in business for at least 1 year with monthly revenue of at least $50,000, you can receive the business funding you need when it matters most, regardless of your personal credit score. Funds in your account in just 24 hours with no collateral, no prepayment penalties, and no restrictions on how you use the funds. There's no obligation and zero out-of-pocket costs. So apply for the business funding you need today at LendSeek.com. That's LendSeek.com.
The world's greatest coverage.
Nylander across ice speed scores!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Here in Boston. Canada leads 4-0 as they win a draw to the left of UC Saros. McKinnon is on with Crosby, who has it now. Stopped by Saros. Oh, what a chance for Crosby. Loose in front. Poked away by Esa Lindell behind the net. Design face-off play almost worked there, Razor.
To perfection. Sid found himself all alone in front. Tried to go 5-hole on Saros. He just closed at the last second.
Doughty near side for Reinhardt, who has 2 apples in the game. Looking for Crosby behind the net, picked off by Alexander Barkov. The Finn and Panther captain slowly skates it out to center. Looking for Rantanen. It was picked off by Sanheim, and he sends it in and heads to the bench. Under 6 to go here, period number 2. 3-0 Canada after 1. As the Finns are called for icing again. 18-10 the shots. Saros in for Lankinen. What a save.
What a save and a great opportunity against Sid all alone in front. UC Saros extends to his left, opens up the 5-hole. Sid tries to sweep it through the 5-hole and just misses his stop by a couple of, or his spot, I should say, by a couple of inches. Saros' left pad gets a piece of it and keeps it 4-0.
Face off to the right of Saros, won by Team Canada. Makar up top for Konechny. That 3-man high play, Team Canada's executing it almost to perfection.
Another face-off play as well, cool.
Here's Bennett, back to the left point for Sanheim. Or make that Taves, he gets it to Makar, had no play, so smartly just threw it into the left wing corner, where Marchand has it now. Bruins captain to Konechny. Sends it towards the net, block, gets it back again. Out in front to Bennett, shot. Marchand is there. Couldn't get a stick on it. Loose in the slot as Makar gets his stick free, sends it, looking for Bennett, but Saros got a stick on that. and it lost the handle, and it comes to Mikko Rantanen. He sends it in and heads to the bench. Not a good shift for those big-name Finnish players.
No, it wasn't, and they got hemmed in after the initial icing. 2 face-off plays later.
Here's Yoel Armia, steals in front. What a save by Binnington! Eric Haula on the doorstep, denied, but draws a penalty. Binnington with a great save. Our first power play of the game. When we come back, this is Four Nations Face-Off live on Sirius XM.
Clear the distractions and reclaim your focus with Classical Studyscape, a channel filled with calm and soothing symphonic sounds to help you concentrate and stay on track. Classical Studyscape, one of over 200 extra channels, available anytime, at home with Sirius XM on your phone, computer, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Hockey 24/7 on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Playing in the Four Nations Face-Off for Team USA, Connor Hellebuck.
How do you feel about getting a chance to play for USA?
The type of hockey it's going to be fun. There's going to be some high-pressure games. You're going to be putting your country's jersey on. You're representing the country. I think we're going to have a great fan base around us, and I'm really looking forward to what it brings.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Sirius XM 91. And on your schedule with the Sirius XM app.
Honey, I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
Oh, that's awful, hon.
You know, my brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos.
I know it's been on our list, but isn't getting life insurance a huge pain? Oh, it's so much paperwork, and you have to go see the doctor. I wouldn't even know where to start.
With Ethos, Dave said it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. Plus, it's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house. He was able to choose an amount that worked for his needs, and Ethos made the whole thing so easy and clear.
10 minutes with no medical exam? Ethos, here we come.
Here's to sleeping better at night.
Help protect your loved ones today with Ethos. Life insurance made easy. Visit applyethos.com to apply today. That's applyethos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Zach will feed him again. Hockey lives here.
He looks left side. Shot, score!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
On the power play. What a save by Jordan Binnington.
It was an unbelievable save, reaching to his right, a little tip right in front of him with a great right pad save, and then extending just to get a piece of the rebound while Finland was getting hauled down in front. They had their first power play opportunity with 4:35 left here in the second.
Seed of doubt. That's what the Finns are trying to do to break the goose egg as the draw is 1 to Barkov. 5 forwards, don't forget. Barkov to Laine. Top of the left wing circle, back to Barkov, running the show with a shot. Tipped in front, I think that was Rope Hintz, and it went over top of the net. Rantanen into Aho, back to Barkov. At the right point to Aho, right wing circle, plays it back to Barkov. Lets a shot go through a screen. Binnington sees it, stops it, it's loose. Loose puck. Hagel comes away with it and skates it out to center.
Nice job by Team Canada to bottle up in front of the net. Binnington lost track of that puck, but they do a good job collapsing and then clearing the zone.
Saves number 11 and 12 for Jordan Binnington. Stanley Cup champion in this building with the Blues, and that onslaught in the first period of Bruce Cassidy's Bees. Oh my goodness, he was unbelievable. Puck comes back to Barkov at the left point, rink wide to Mikko Rantanen. To Aho, Carolina teammates playing a little catch at the point. Barkov has it now. Lets a shot go through a screen, blocked in front. Stone hits it just enough to get out to center. 3:25 to go in the third, 50 seconds in the minor penalty. Here's Binnington behind the net, leaves it for Sanheim. He can't get it out. Kept in. Hintz, great play over to Rantanen. Fake shot pass almost beat Binnington. Instead, Marner skates it out. Stone goes to the bench. Marner by himself, dragging the puck. Still has it. Right in on goal. And he fires it wide of the short side. Time and space. Too much time and space there.
Certainly opened up, but that's when you have 5 forwards out on the ice. Rupe Hintz is the one back, and he doesn't want to get burnt by Mitch Marner. He's giving him a lot of room. Mitch Marner's more than happy to take it.
Good point by you, my friend. Cirelli and Hagel on the ice now, killing what's left of this penalty. Cirelli behind the net, can't get it loose. There's Hagel fighting for it as well. Anton Lundell has it. As Devon Taves leaves the box, and we're back to full strength. Fins are 0 for 1 on the only power play of the game. Here's Lundell in front. What a save by Binnington. Rebound, another save on Kako by Jordan Binnington. Oh, baby. Binnington's on fire as Makar brings it back the other way. Not one, but 2 saves in tight.
No, the first one was so good as Finland tries to make an outlet play, but he's going to his right. The puck gets tipped back to the left. He makes a huge left pad save and then gets himself into position for the rebound.
Here's Braden Point in over the line, behind the net now, out the other side. Left wing circle. Sends it back behind the net for Stone. Tries to play it to McDavid. He does. Who rims it near side to Doughty at the right point. To McDavid, top of the right wing circle. He was trying to go backdoor there for Sandheim. It was broken up, and another icing call against the Finns that's 97, right? Yeah, 97 seconds to go, which is fitting for a few different reasons.
It certainly is, especially this afternoon, the way 97 in red is played out on the ice, and we're just getting another look of that save by Binnington on Mikko Rantanen. Just a great job going to his right again. Oh, I got a piece of it with his glove, actually, and then able to get back to the middle of this crease with the paddle down, taking away the rebound, keeping this 4-0.
Face off to the left of UC Saros, who's been perfect since he's come into the game for Kevin Lankinen. Not to blame, really, on any of the 4 goals. As Crosby, who set up McKinnon for one of his 2, loses it at center. There's Sandheim battling with his man, Lostarinen, and it's poked out to center ice. 1:15 to go in the second period. McKinnon throws it back in again. Saros behind the net. Reverses it here for Mantapalo. Gets it up to Eric Haula. Haula sends it into the far corner where Arturi Lehkonen is in a battle with Josh Morrissey. In comes Mikko Rantanen. Alexander Barkov. Right in on goal. Rolled off his stick. Lehkonen couldn't get a shot away. Crosby gets it out and had a chance with Reinhart, but nice work by Olli Määttä, the veteran defenseman.
Olli Määttä with a couple of assists in the prior 2 games for Finland. Been good tonight again.
Here is Rantanen back to Määttä at the point. Rink wide for Joki Harju with a shot. It dribbles to Binnington, who's taking no chances with officially 34 seconds to go in the frame.
No, and especially with the push that Finland's put on Team Canada here in the last 4 or 5 minutes of this second period. Jordan Binnington's had to play real big. Their Finland's up to 17 shots now, 19-17, almost even here late in the second period. And it doesn't feel like a lot. 4-0, 4-1, but it can change the tournament. It can change the way you evaluate the third period, how you manage minutes in the third period, which can be an advantage come the finals.
Yeah, and think about it, 4-1, then there's a minor and a puck over
3, a 5-minute penalty. Yep. Like, there's lots of different ways you can get back into this game from 4-1.
Under 20 seconds to go. Henri Jokiharju in his own zone. Up to Barkov, who's logging, not surprisingly, tons of ice time to try to get the Finns back in the game. Marchand chips it into Bennett, one-on-one with Määttä. Spins away, gets it back to Cirelli with a shot. Left pad save by Saros. He kicks it out. That should be Canada's 20th shot. They've scored 4 times, not on Saros, on Lankinen. And it is textbook hockey for John Cooper and company.
It was all the way from Sidney Crosby to Connor McDavid to Nate McKinnon to Cale Makar, and then Jordan Binnington coming up big in the last 5 minutes of that second period, making 17 saves through 2 periods to allow his team to have a 4-0 lead.
Now do you manage minutes in the third, or you play Thursday? And Makar looks good, so why play that? Why play that game?
Well, you're going to manage minutes, but you have the best team in the planet, or the best 20 guys in the world that are used to playing 25 minutes a night, 20 minutes a night.
So they're already trimmed
They're
anyway.
playing 17. It's no big deal. That feels like a night off for these guys. And we'll keep Cale Makar under 28 minutes, so that's going to be a night off for him. But again, you can find different ways, and more importantly than anything else, Cole, they're not pressurized minutes. If you can stay 4-0 all the way through the 20 minutes, it's nice and fun.
Joining us now is Tampa Bay Lightning and Team Canada centerman Anthony Cirelli. And Anthony, 97, when you're on the ice or watching him on the bench, give us some insight what it's like having him as a teammate.
It's been unreal. I mean, he's unbelievable. Just the stuff that he does out there, the speed that he comes at guys, the plays that he make. And I think the big thing is him without the puck, just getting back, getting his spots, back on the back tracks, lifting sticks. So it's a fun to watch and play.
Anthony, a really good kill by you and your teammates there late in the second period. On top of all that, Jordan Binnington, some big saves for you guys to keep it 4-0.
Bender's been unbelievable all game, making save after save to keep it where it's at. I think we do a little bit of a job of getting lanes and stuff, but when we give stuff up, he's there to make save for us.
Anthony, good luck in the third period and the rest of the way.
Thanks, guys.
Anthony Cirelli, Stanley Cup champion, Memorial Cup hero as well. Speaking of heroes, one of ours, Scotty Laughlin, is standing by with the second intermission report. You'll get Scotty 2 minutes, 2 seconds from now.
Baseball season's almost here, and MLB Network Radio will get you ready for opening day with a tour of spring training. Hear team previews of all 30 teams as our experts talk with players, managers, and executives shaping the 2025 season. How does your team look? Our team will break it all down. MLB Network Radio's tour of spring training beginning February 22nd on Sirius XM Channel 89 and the Sirius XM app.
Four Nations Face-Off is here. Canada, USA, Sweden, and Finland face off for hockey supremacy.
Pass across. Mark with a fabulous save.
Hear all the action on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Live from Montreal and Boston. Four Nations Face-Off. Visit SiriusXM.ca/4Nations for schedules.
Are you worried about the state of the economy? Concerned about market crashes and rising inflation wiping out your savings? At Noble Gold Investments, we understand your fears and have a solution. Call us today at 1-888-625-4250. Imagine safeguarding you and your family with a tangible asset that has stood the test of time. Gold. With Noble Gold Investments, you can diversify your portfolio and protect your wealth from economic turmoil. Our team will guide you through the process, ensuring you make informed decisions that best suit your needs. Call Noble Gold Investments today at 1-888-625-4250. That's 1-888-625-4250. The future is uncertain. Take control now. Call 1-888-625-4250.
Past performance may not be indicative of future results. Investing in precious metals, including gold, involves risks. Consult with your tax attorney or financial professional before making an investment decision.
It's common knowledge that after age 30, our metabolism changes. We have less energy and gain weight easier. There's a way to feel better, not in years or months, but sometimes in just days.
I'm Chuck Norris. I tried everything. Working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick. Morning Kick is a revolutionary new formula that combines all my favorite supplements into one daily drink.
Morning Kick has probiotics to help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and powerful anti-aging supplements. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, and helps manage stress.
I look and feel better than I have in years.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com, use code WORK, or text WORK to 511-511 and claim 40% off. Roundhouseprovisions.com, code WORK.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee. You could be feeling these changes within just a couple of days.
Text WORK to 511-511.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Tax fees may apply.
to the Four Nations Face-Off Intermission Report here on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Scott Laughlin back with you live here at TD Garden in Boston, where after 40 minutes of play, Canada leads Finland by a score of 4-0. Now, you knew the permutations of this one coming in. We knew that if either team could win in regulation, that winning team would book its spot in Thursday night's final against Team USA. Canada really leaving little to chance, as it turned out. Here this afternoon, they're in complete control, as the scoreline would indicate through the first 2 periods of play. All right, let's go back to how it all started for Team Canada. Steve Kouleas and Andrew Raycroft on the call just over 4 minutes in, and the red and white open the scoring.
Gives it away to McDavid. Wrong guy, wrong time. McDavid working in on Montepallo, but the young Sens defenseman made a great play. He scores! Connor McDavid opens the scoring after the giveaway. 1-0 Canada.
Connor McDavid gets his second of the tournament. He's been flying so far in the opening couple of periods. He scores at 4:13, unassisted as it turns out. A great shot that Kevin Lankinen really just could not get a beat on. He could not track the puck. It goes in off the goal post, and 97 gives Canada a 1-0 lead. Less than a minute later, here comes Canada once again.
Here's McKinnon, breakaway, scores! Nate McKinnon scores just like that. The big boys have come to play. 2-0 Canada.
Just 46 seconds after McDavid opened the account, McKinnon, the other speedster, gets his second of the tournament from Reinhart and Hagel, and it was 2-0 for Canada. That goal comes officially at 4:59 of the opening period. Now, after the Finnish head coach, Antti Pennanen, had called a timeout to try to stem the tide, Canada would not take their foot off the gas. And why is that important? Well, if you go back to last Wednesday's game against Sweden, the opening game of the tournament, Canada led Sweden 2-0 through 13 minutes of play, seemingly everything under control, and then came period number 2, where they let the Swedish club up off the mat, back into the game. We know how it turned out. Canada had to work overtime for that opening game victory. So, with that in mind, Canada tried to make sure that they did not let Finland back into it. They figured if they got the next goal, they'd be looking pretty good. Getting the next goal, they would do just over 13 minutes into the opening frame.
Here's McDavid with speed. As soon as he gets the puck, you can't take your eyes off him. Over to Sanheim. Shot, save, rebound. They score! Braden Point on the rebound. 3-0 Team Canada.
Yeah, that McDavid Point Stone line that's been thrown together has been very good for Team Canada so far this afternoon. And so it's Braden Point on the board. His first goal of the tournament comes from Sanheim, who gets stopped. But it's Point who cashes in the rebound on the back end. McDavid also gets an assist, his second of the tournament. And after 20 minutes of play, it was 3-0 in favor of Canada. They outshot Team Finland by a count of 11-5 in that opening period. So, in the second period, the Finns you would expect in the opening moments of the frame would come on and have some sort of a push back in response. Sure enough, they did. But it was Jordan Binnington, the much maligned Canadian goalkeeper, who was standing tall.
Face off to the left of Binnington. Barkov wins the draw. There's a shot. Binnington with the save. Rebound. Another save by Binnington. That was Mikko Rantanen who let it go. Binnington with not one but 2 big saves there.
Yeah, absolutely. Jordan Binnington coming up big with a couple of big stops there, and that allowed Team Canada to increase their advantage. Just past the 5-minute mark of the second period, and it's another goal from Nate McKinnon.
If we go past 60 minutes, they score! Nate McKinnon on the one-timer, buries it, and just like that, his second of the game, Team Canada is up 4-0.
Yeah, second of the afternoon, third in the tournament for Nathan McKinnon to make it 4-0. It comes from Sidney Crosby, just a great feed from the end boards out to Nathan McKinnon, who pulls the trigger. It is the Cole Harbour, Nova Scotia connection that comes up large. And Sam Reinhart, we talked about Reinhart being a little bit quiet the first couple of games for Team Canada. He picks up his second helper of the afternoon. That goal comes officially at 5:03, and that gave Canada a commanding 4-0 advantage. And from that point forward, a little bit more from the Canadian goalkeeper, Jordan Binnington.
Here's Yoel Armia, steals in front. What a save by Binnington. Eric Holla on the doorstep. Denied, but draws a penalty. Binnington with a great save.
Yeah, Binnington with a big stop there. As Cooley mentioned as well, a penalty drawn on it. Canada would kill off that power play opportunity for Team Finland. On that particular play, too, Jordan Binnington's goal mask collided with the face mask, the visor of Eric Haula, and Haula was down. Looked to be a little bit worse for wear. You could see the Canadian goalkeeper just kind of tap him on the pads and say, hey, sorry about that. That was an accidental collision. Regardless, Binnington making the stop and making save after save after save, as it turned out, through the first couple of periods of this game. And why not, to wrap up our recaps, wanted a couple of more saves from the 2019 Stanley Cup champion.
Here's Lindell in front. What a save by Binnington. Rebound, another save on Kako by Jordan Binnington. Oh, baby. Binnington's on fire.
Well, he has played well. You've got to give him credit. And we've talked about it coming in, right? We've talked about the fact that you need to make the saves that you're expected to make. And not only did he do that, but he made a couple of, I wouldn't call them 10-bell saves, but maybe about 5 bells, perhaps, when it will all said and done. Jordan Binnington doing his part. And again, when you're a goaltender, too, I mean, Andrew Raycroft will tell you this. I mean, you get a little bit more comfort the fact that your team has got the run support for you this particular game. And that was the whole thing we talked about with Razor on the pregame show as well. When you talk about it being not just a goaltending breakdown, you talk about it being a team breakdown. And we harken back to the game-winning goal that Dylan Larkin scored going back to Saturday night at the Bell Center in Montreal. The game-winning goal results because Crosby turns the puck over and Team Canada has a tough line change. A bad line change, quite frankly, if we're being honest. And it leads to an odd man rush back the other way. Larkin does his best Mark Messier impersonation by shooting off the wrong leg and sneaks it over the pad and into the blocker of Binnington. That was the game-winning goal going back to Saturday. But that was Saturday, and this afternoon is this afternoon. And Binnington and Team Canada look like an entirely different outfit. They've had the game under control from the drop of the puck onwards. Shots in the second period, by the way, 12 for Finland and 9 for Team Canada. 12 for Finland, 9 for Team Canada. Make that 8. They've taken a shot away for Team Canada. They did register one towards the end, but they've since taken it away. And so the shots on goal through the first 40 minutes, 19-17 in favor of Team Canada. 19-17. But the big boys have shown up to play this afternoon. The guys that are expected to be your best players to lead the way. McDavid, McKinnon, Crosby. Let's not forget Sam Reinhart with a couple of helpers, as mentioned. He has had his best game of the tournament so far through the first couple of periods of this one as well. And barring something unforeseen, well, we know what's coming up on Thursday. We've got the second half of the doubleheader here on a Monday to bring your way tonight. It'll be the U.S. versus Sweden in the game that, quite frankly, will mean nothing more than pride to each side. Keep in mind, Jake Ottinger's already been tabbed as the starting goaltender for Team USA as well. 4-0 Team Canada after 40. When we come back, Steve Kolias and Andrew Raycroft take over once again. I will talk to you on the postgame show with Dennis Bernstein from the fourth period alongside. You've been listening to the Four Nations Face-Off Intermission Report right here on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
This is Global News at the second intermission. I'm Zach Ferguson. A new poll by Research Co. shows half of those surveyed are very concerned about the financial viability of their employers and that the country's economy will worsen. This on the heels of tariff announcements, which are expected to come in next month. The numbers in those 55 and over are even worse, with 66% of those asked saying the economy is going to get worse. An RBC economist expects January's inflation to tick down to 1.7%. Statistics Canada will release the latest inflation data tomorrow after inflation fell to 1.8% in December, with Ottawa's temporary tax break contributing to the deceleration. An Israeli official says forces will remain in 5 strategic locations in southern Lebanon near the border after tomorrow's deadline for their full withdrawal. Lebanon's government has opposed any further delay in the Israeli pullout under the ceasefire agreement that ended fighting with Hezbollah. I'm Zach Ferguson. Your next scheduled newscast will be after the game, right here on 880 CHED.
When the Oilers are on the ice, the big hits are a part of the game. But they shouldn't be a part of your drive. If you've been injured in a car collision, let James H. Brown & Associates and their over 200 years of combined injury law experience help you. Locally owned and proud Edmonton Oilers fans, James H. Brown & Associates is ready to support you with their unrivaled experience, unrivaled results, and unrivaled commitment. When accidents happen, head to jameshbrown.com.
Weather got you behind, tractor broken down, short or long-term, Agritrack equipment will get the job done. Agritrack's premium rental fleet of tracked, four-wheel drive, and front-wheel assist units are meticulously maintained and rigged right for Western Canada farm work. Tractors, discs, specialty tillage, seeders, and more from trusted names you know. Rent to own and financing options available. Call Alex anytime, 780-203-6677.
AGRI-TRAC, Agritrack.
If your home was built between 1985 and 1998, it's susceptible to extensive water damage. This is because your home probably has poly B piping for your water supply lines. These pipes have far outlived their life expectancy. So contact the experienced team at Poly B Plumbing Guys for your free assessment and remediation proposal. Plus, their in-house repair department will have you saying, "Wow, did they even make any holes in my drywall?" Visit the polybplumbingguys.ca.
The Gentleman Pros. When your plumbing or your heating needs a pro, or your electrical needs someone in the know, give the Gentleman a call, 'cause you know we fix it all. We'll be sure to make it right before we go. You'll love a quick response and helpful style. It's easy, all you have to do is dial. Friendly people you can trust, leave the dirty work to us. The Gentleman Pros make you smile. The Gentleman Pros make you smile.
Did you know that a standard stress test is only accurate 45% of the time? Don't let this failing grade determine your heart health.
Choose HeartFit Clinic's Artificial Intelligence Heart Scan, a non-invasive screening tool without dyes or radiation. It can access your coronary artery health, heart stiffness and function, electrical abnormalities, vessel issues, inflammation, and much more.
Available exclusively at the HeartFit Clinic. Book a scan now at heartfit.ca or call 780-733-1233 today.
You're listening to Four Nations Face Off on the radio home of your Oilers. 880 CHED. Proudly sponsored by Reface Magic.
It is certainly trending at this point towards a rematch of that epic battle on Saturday night. But before we get to that point, Team Canada's got to finish the business here with 20 minutes left in this third period.
McDavid opened the scoring unassisted. McKinnon from Reinhart and Hagel. Point on a play started by McDavid. And McKinnon from Crosby and Reinhart, McKinnon, McDavid all have 2 points each. Here is Marchand, left wing circle, back to Morrissey in the offensive zone. Plays it behind the net. Bennett and Konechny are there. They can't come away with it. Pinching down the right wing boards is Parayko. He gets it in deep and goes back to his right point position. Near side, poked out to center by Esa Lindell, where Parayko has the puck in his own zone as the Finns change on the fly. Josh Morrissey of the Winnipeg Jets fires it in. Cirelli and Marner in after it. Henry Jokiharju gets it to the line, but Cirelli's there to keep it in with Hagel. Hagel pokes it through the legs of Henry Jokiharju, plays it near side, but nobody's there. Marner gets it from Taves, and here is Cale Makar. If you're just joining us, Cale Makar in, as is Konechny, but Makar the big story, and he's looked very good to you so far, Razor.
He certainly has. He's played 16 minutes and 11 minutes through 2 periods, leading Team Canada in ice time, and has been as smooth as silk.
Puck is shot down the ice into Team Canada territory where Devon Taves, Makar's Avs teammate, gets it up for McDavid. He loses it. Arturi Lehkonen brings it back the other way. Speaking of Colorado, former Hab, Stanley Cup champion as well, Anton Lindell, who fires it in. Goes around Binnington, around the glass to Makar, left side to Taves behind the net, broken up by Lindell. In there to help out is Lostarinen, but Team Canada brings it out to center. McDavid chipping and going after it right on to UC Saros, who takes no chances.
And through 2 periods of play, so much was made about the injuries to the back line of the Team Finland, especially Miro Heiskanen. And through these 2 periods, you look at the depth on the back end. Nicholas Matampalo, -3. Euro Vakanainen, -3 through the 2 periods. And unfortunately for Team Finland, they just got beat up by the injury. injury bug going into this tournament, and it's really affected him, especially against Team Canada today.
Imagine that's Heiskanen and Rasmus Ristolainen. I mean, that's the truth.
It's probably not -3, right? It just probably isn't, or it's a different tenor of the game, different minutes for everybody, and of course, you can do the what-if game. It doesn't count. It's the scoreboard that matters, but it tells a story.
Here is Vakanainen, the aforementioned New York Ranger, gets it to center where Sanheim brings it back the other way. 28-year-old Manitoba native gets it in deep. Finns just chip it out to center where Drew Doughty spins away from his man to find McDavid. He's got 2 points in the game, 4 points on the tournament. Gets it in deep. Crosby in on the forecheck. No play there for Armia, so he just gets it back out to center, and Morrissey corrals it in his own zone. Here comes Team Canada in over the line. McKinnon to Reinhart. That play was broken up by Mata. Near side for Armia, who just falls down. Capo Caco knocks it out to center ice. As we approach the 3-minute mark of period number 3, regulation winner here plays the USA here on Thursday. We do not expect Matthew Tkachuk. He will not play tonight. Anything different with the goalie situation as a former goalie, my friend?
Jake Ottinger playing tonight, starting tonight. I was wondering if Connor Hellebuck, as the puck goes out of play, we've got a stoppage here. I was curious whether Connor Hellebuck would want to continue his run. Would he be okay with taking 4 or 5 days off? Would he want to keep it? Of course, we know he's a workhorse at the National Hockey League level, but Jake Ottinger is going to start tonight, giving Hellebuck a break and getting him ready for the final on Thursday.
I'm sure Jets fans will be happy with that, and Kevin Shovel day off. He won't play 70 games then.
One less game for him. One less game. It could pay off in the finals.
Here's Makar back to the point for Taves. It comes out to center ice as his pass was behind his defense partner, and they'll start out in their own zone. Here's Makar. Long lead feed from Marchand. He chips it in and goes in after it. Saros plays it into the corner. Konechny fires it around the boards to an open wing. Comes back to Makar, who vacated his positioning as he and Taves switched, I guess, with a one-time option. Konechny, left wing circle, chips it by Yoki Haru, plays it for pinching Travis Sanheim in front of the net, just off the stick of Marchand, who would love to get one here in Boston, Reeser.
He certainly...
Oh, there's a chance.
He almost got it. He almost set one up there as I jump in, but he certainly wants one. He's had 2 good opportunities. That was a great play by Travis Sanheim. Talking about his offensive abilities to jump into play, showed it again.
Marner in front of the net. I think he was looking for Cirelli. It just went by him and back down the ice. 15:45 in the third. Hagel in his own zone leaves it for Josh Morrissey. At center for Marner. Gains the line at the left wing circle. Brings it in for Hagel. Gets knocked to the ice. Gives it for Morrissey. Tries to play it behind the net. Doesn't work. Barkov just chips it out to center. You think we're going to see a push by the Finns right here?
Well, if we're going to, it has to be real soon, because you get into the last 10 minutes of a 4-0 game. We're seeing it even right now. Team Canada is doing a very good job ragging the puck, keeping possession, holding on to it, not making any excessive plays or risky plays, and just getting pucks deep. It's going to be, you need a push real quick, like we saw at the end of the second from Finland.
Yeah, and I don't see I don't know if I'd sit back in a 1-2-2 or a 1-3-1 down.
Might as well go now, right?
I might as well, I know, and I know they're so structured, so it's almost breaking the rules of Finnish hockey, but you got nothing to lose, as here's Anton Lundell in the right wing corner. Bumped off the puck, McDavid with it, plays it to the near side where Braden Point has it. He's scored in the game, set up by McDavid and Sanheim, rink wide for Makar, and here he is starting a rush, can't get by his man, Manton Paulo, so it comes to Lundell, lets a shot go. Nice save by Jordan Binnington. That should be his 18th of the game for Team Canada. Here comes Nico Mikla, fires it in. Binnington stops it behind the net, plays it near side. That's got to be 10, 15 puck touches for number 50?
Yeah, at least, and almost all of them have been perfect outlets.
Here comes McKinnon with a centering feed for Crosby. In the circle, lets it go. Hit the skate of Sam Reinhart, who has 2 assists in the game. Behind the net for Crosby. In Gretzky's office. Crosby to Reinhart. Oh, right pad Good save by UC Saros as Reinhart was looking for his third point of the game.
Yeah, and again, Reinhardt's so good at finding the ice, the quiet ice. He goes way up high in the slot for a one-timer. Nice save by Saros.
Eric Holla chips it in and heads to the bench as we approach the 7-minute mark here of period number 3. If you're just joining us, Cale Makar is in, and I'm Steve Coolius along with Andrew Raycroft as the puck comes to Arturi Lehkonen at center. Ole Mata joins the rush to make it 4. Finns in over the line, but the play is offside. We'll take a break. Team Canada 4, Finns no score. This game is coming to you live from Boston.
The Four Nations Face-Off is on Sirius XM. NHL rivalries are set aside as the league's biggest stars play for national pride. Tonight at 8 Eastern, Sweden takes on Team USA.
Matthews scores! Holy mackerel!
It's the Four Nations Face-Off. Hear the action on NHL Network Radio, Channel 91 in the car, and on the Sirius XM app.
The Points with Boomer Gordon.
Nashville, they stink. Barry, you made threats earlier. You got to follow through now. It's selling season, and you got to put the for sale sign out there. I don't know who you can get rid of, and I don't know who you want out of there, but this is a disaster. At some point, you got to try and cut your losses and start somewhere close to fresh. Barry better run up a phone bill. That's all I'm saying.
Points with Boomer Gordon. 1 p.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91, and the Sirius XM app.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Huddle up. It's me, Angel Reese. You can't beat the post-game burger and fries, right? Know what else you can't beat? The Angel Reese Special. Let's break it down. My favorite barbecue sauce, American cheese, crispy bacon, pickles, onions, and a sesame seed bun, of course. And don't forget the fries and a drink. It's going to be a high C for me. Sound good? All you have to do to get it is beat me in a one-on-one. I'm just playing. Get the Angel Reese Special at McDonald's now. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At participating restaurants for a limited time.
It's Kaprizov on a 1-on-1 over the offensive line. Pivoting.
Hockey comes alive.
So the centering feed. They score!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Tragically Hip Radio for live shows, deep cuts, and all the hits that you know and love from Canada's favorite band, Channel 757, and on the Sirius XM app. Are you a hip guy?
Oh, of course. Gord was one of my favorite people in the entire planet. Got to know Gord because he loved the Boston Bruins. He loved Harry Sinden. He loved goaltenders. So I was lucky enough to hang with Gord and the band a bunch of times.
A shout out to Tom and Linda Raycroft listening in Belleville, Ontario.
Love that. There you go. Just up the street from the hometown of the tragically hip Kingston, Ontario.
I love it. I love it. Back come the Finns on a 3-on-2 rush, but a bad pass negates the play as Marner brings it back to Hagel near side. Hagel moves into the slot. Great stick handling, loses it momentarily. Ole Mata starts the play up to Barkov. His pass for Mikko Rantanen behind him. You can see the frustration in his body language.
You could. 16 and 696. Very frustrated there. They had a chance to get out in the rush, and they're sensing that their tournament is about to end.
Henry Jokiharju up for Capo Caco. The stick of Mark Stone breaks it up. Aho brings it back the other way. Backhanded shot. Binnington in the VH. I thought of you on the goal by Jonas Brodin, my friend. You know what I'm talking about.
I certainly do. Not a fan of the VH at times. That one was a little awkward for Binnington. Aho had a ton of speed coming down the right wing to Binnington's left. He expected Aho to go in behind the net, so he set himself up just just outside of the net in the VH, and Aho tried to get him a little off balance, but Binnington held strong on the left post.
Here comes Connor McDavid in over the line, feeds it to McCarr with a shot, and I think Saros,
header.
He hashed it, right? Dominic hashed it.
He did.
Taves gets it behind the net for McDavid. He can't get to it. Shot by Rope, hints to the line, kept in by Stone. Rink wide for Taves. He and McCarr switch spots. McDavid centers it for Stone. Broken up. Picked off by Mikael Granlund. They got no play, so he just flips it backhand to center ice.
Especially with the line of McDavid, Stone, and Point going up against that third pair that we talked about in Vakanainen and Matanpalo. Good backhand. Granlund just getting it out. Survive another day.
Crosby gets it in and misses it behind the net, but there's Nate McKinnon trying to chase it down. Esa Lindell pokes it out with the help of Anton Lindell, and it's out to center ice. Back comes Team Canada the other way. Crosby through the legs of Esa Lindell. Battling right now with Losterinen. Crosby in there with Reinhart, loses it. Niko Mikula picks it off and brings it out to center ice. Tried a rink-wide feed. It was broken up. Now he just shovels it into the Team Canada zone, and this works for Team Canada because tick-tock goes the Four Nations clock.
Absolutely. Let that time run. No whistles. Let's make this last 11 minutes of the game go as fast as possible.
Eric Haula shoots it in. The ricochet off the boards. Ends up on the stick of Capo Caco. He throws it towards the net. Broken up, and back comes Colton Parayko the other way. Sends it in. UC Saros out to play it. To Oli Mata. Up to Haula. There is Armia. He can't get it out. It's poked back into Henry Jokiharju, who has no play, but to get it out to center. Armia gets it near side for Capo Caco. That's a nice play. Capo Caco looking for Eric Haula, the Devils centerman, but that puck went off the heel of his stick. 10:20 to go here in regulation time. Back to the point. Manton-Paulo with a shot. Ricochets off. Parayko into the corner. Comes out to center where Brad Marchand has it now. The Bruins captain turns 37 in May. Leaves it for Travis Konechny. Flyers winger lets a shot go. Goes off Armia and wide. 10 minutes exactly on the clock here at TD Garden. We are 10 regulation minutes. If this keeps up from you-know-what on Thursday night, Razor.
Well, are we calling it the rematch already, or we got to come up? You got to come up with a name here in the next couple of days. Cool.
Here comes Cirelli. Has Marner in front of the net. It went off Saros and into the far corner. Marner rink wide for Hagel. Left wing circle with a shot. Blocker saved by UC Saros. Back behind the net. Manton-Paulo tries to get it out. He can't. Mitch Marner gets it in deep. Mitch Marner having a very good game, maybe his best, minus the overtime winner against the Swedes, as that shot on Saros is off his blocker, and he covers up. 4-0 Team Canada. This is Sirius XM, NHL Network Radio, Channel 91.
I'm Katie Nolan, and
bring your better half, your best friend, bring everyone to enjoy this 2-can-dine offer from Royal Pizza. All February long, choose any medium gourmet pizza, a meal-sized Caesar, Greek or tossed salad, and a slice of dessert for only $37.95. This 2-can-dine offer ends February 28th, so hurry into your nearest Edmonton and area Royal Pizza today. For great food and great value, Royal Pizza is the perfect choice.
Come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
It's our year-end clearance at Direct Workwear, your trusted source for PPE. Gear up and save on FR clothing, jackets, work boots, and more. Start your year off with more savings on all of these and in-store clearances. Need embroidery or alterations? We do that too. Don't miss out. Visit Direct Workwear on Gateway Boulevard today. Open 7 days a week. Direct Workwear, protecting you from head to toe for less.
Your home for live music and great performances is
the River Cree Resort and Casino. On the patio, there's whiskey in the jar.
March 14th, don't miss the Kings of Celtic. The legendary Irish Rovers play the venue at the River Cree. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
Hi,
I'm Colin Bruce from Dominion Lending Center's Mortgage Mentors. If you're looking to purchase a home this spring, then now is the time to get pre-approved. With a pre-approval, your interest rate is guaranteed for 120 days, and in this time, if the rates drop, you do get the lower rate. Our pre-approvals are fully underwritten. We firmly believe that doing the legwork up front makes buying a home way less stressful. Shop with confidence, knowing that you've been fully pre-approved. Give me and my team a call, the Colin Bruce Mortgage Team, at 436-2511 or online at colinbruce.ca, 2Ls in Colin.
You're listening to Four Nations Face Off on the radio home of your Oilers. 880 CHED. Proudly sponsored by Reface Magic.
Welcome back to Boston. Steve Cooley's with Andrew Raycroft. 4-0 Team Canada against Finland. Regulation winner plays the USA Thursday. How is John Cooper managing ice time?
Well, it's a thing of beauty if you're John Cooper with this 4-0 lead. Bennett has played the most minutes as a forward in 13-13. Travis Konechny's played 11:07. That's the least amount of the 12 forwards. Everybody else is in between those 2 minutes. Connor McDavid playing 12 minutes and 52 seconds through 50 minutes of hockey is like a night off for him.
I love it. Great stuff. And it would be even better, perhaps, if it is an all-North American final, as Sanheim, in from his left point position, has looked very well, looked very good, skated very well, and has played very well for John Cooper. 9 minutes to go now in regulation time as Mikko Rantanen has it behind his own net, starting out. Drop pass, leaving it for Esa Lindell, the Stars defenseman, for Barkov, who couldn't get it in. I don't feel the sense of urgency. Maybe the Finns understand their fate. Where are the rushes, Razor?
Well, the hard part is what the way Team Canada's playing, too. Give them credit. They're sitting back. Their defense have done a great job. Devon Taves, Cale Makar, they've stepped up so well in the neutral zone. Their structure in between the two blue lines here at TD Garden have been so good, and right now Finland doesn't have an answer. They can't find a way through. They don't have enough speed through the neutral zone, and yes, with 8:33 left, down 4 to this Team Canada team, your fate's somewhat sealed.
Face-off is just outside the Team Canada blue line. Rope hints with Nate McKinnon. Puck controlled by Parayko in his own zone. Rink wide for Morrissey. D hinge back to Parayko. Up to McKinnon looking for Crosby. Broken up and knocked out to center. Morrissey spins and puts it back in. As we approach the 12-minute mark of period 3 of a 4-0 game. Reinhart, McKinnon, McDavid all have 2 points in this one. And the scoring started early, unassisted by McDavid. Next shift, McKinnon, and Team Canada off to the races. 8 minutes to go in regulation. As Olimatta gets it up on the left side. Rink wide feed, Aho to Anton Lindell. He has it in the right wing corner. Being watched there by Devon Taves. Scrum along the boards. 3 red sweaters as Crosby tries to poke it free. Instead, it comes to Aho. Up top, lets it go. Goes off Makar and into the corner. Cale Makar in the lineup for Team Canada. Mikhail Granlund behind the net. Back to the right point to Manton Paulo. Up to Anton Lindell, who just couldn't keep it in. It's poked out to center. 7:20 to go, Razor. Far side to Lindell from Aho, who goes to the bench. Bennington sets up shop behind his net.
Yeah, for Team K, with 7 minutes left, it's all about not staying in your zone too long, not having to block shots, have good structure, get out of your zone quickly, and let that clock run as quickly as possible.
Makar fires it in, heads to the bench. Under 7 minutes to go now as the puck ricochets out to center, where Rantanen gets it up for Nico Mikkola. Play broken up. Lindell follows up and gets it in deep. Doughty to his partner Sanheim behind the net. Lindell gets to it, has a shot, and he scores! Esa Lindell, not known for his offense. He goes far side on Binnington. Hang on a second. 6:41 to go. The Finns are on the board.
They are, and it's a nice shot by Lindell. The big lefty uses his reach to go far side on Jordan Binnington underneath the blocker. Canada kind of had possession, but they certainly lost track of Lindell over to the left of Jordan Binnington. And again, just that quick shot goes off the post and in, beating Jordan Binnington, making it 4-1. Now they have an opportunity to get Saros out possibly here in the last 6 minutes, make a little push. And again, you never know in these games.
Where are you on a 3-goal goalie pull, Razor?
Well, we talk a lot about it on the DR. We talk about, I'm not a goalie pull guy, but in this kind of a game, absolutely get them out as early as possible. Try and make it 4-2 as quickly as you can.
6:24 to go. We get a stoppage at the Team Canada blue line, offside from the original pass. So there's a goal, and the good thing about that goal, nobody's going to be questioning it from Victoria to Newfoundland.
No, of course not. We'll forget about it. That's right.
Pretty good shot, right?
It was a good shot. It was a really good shot. And again, because of the way it quickly came out of the corner, it wasn't a complete turnover. It wasn't, Team Canada didn't have full possession, but it was a little of a bobble or a weird play off the boards. Probably Binnington not quite as ready as he typically would be.
Stone to Crosby with a shot from the left wing circle. Looks like it went off. The goal score for the Finns, Esa Lindell, and out of play with 6:14 to go right here. Regulation winner plays the United States. You alluded to, no Matthew Tkachuk, no Hellebuck tonight. Jake Ottinger will get the call. This is game 5 of 7 in a very well-attended series so far.
Extremely well-attended. The crowds have been incredible, and to be out here for Boston in the first game without Team USA on the ice and have a full barn, it's pretty cool and telling about this tournament.
Here's Stone off the draw, or make that Braden Point off the draw, back to the right point for Parayko with a shot at the goalpost. Colton Parayko lets it go from the right point off the post. McDavid steals, drops it for Stone, back to McDavid. He tries to one-touch it into the corner. Under 6 to go now in period number 3. Ole Mata at center for Sebastian Aho, in over the line, loses the handle, rolls to Binnington, he plays it near side, and Stone makes the smart play, gets it out. I don't think, not enough for icing. 5:35 to go.
Has a goalie ever scored in the World Cup of Hockey?
No.
Okay, all right.
And I've seen them all. You wouldn't even know that because I'm an 88 birth.
I wish an 88 birth. I wish.
Cale Makar behind his own net, flips it to center to Crosby, far side for Nate McKinnon in the right wing corner, plays it there for Reinhart, self chip, had it behind the net momentarily. Crosby in to help out. McKinnon back to the point to Makar, time and space. Makar with a shot, knocked down by Saros. He couldn't grab it with under 5 to go now. Rolls to center to Patrick Laine. I don't think I've called Laine. Go ahead, finish the sentence.
I was just going to go there. We have not said Patrick Laine's name very much tonight at all.
Mantampalo has it now as Saros goes to the bench. The poll's at 4:42. 6 attackers for the Finns. Puck is cleared by McKinnon but not out. Mikael Granlund with a shot loose in front and finally knocked out to center ice as McKinnon had a bobble there.
He certainly did. He had full possession, 5 feet inside Team Canada's blue line, went for the little flip and flubbed it, and that turned into a good opportunity for Finland the other way.
Barkov to Rantanen and over the line, near side for Ole Mata, too far, and Sanheim goes glassing out as we approach the 16-minute mark. Lindell up for Rantanen, poked off his stick by McDavid and company. We'll have to try it again. Here's Esa Lindell, rink wide for Mikael Granlund. Now Dallas Star teammates for 4 games. We get a stoppage with 3:58 to go. Team Canada 4, Finns 1. This game is coming to you live from Boston on Sirius XM, NHL Network Radio, Channel 91.
You're driving. They're honking. You're driving. They're screaming.